Good morning, pop culture. We are live. It is Friday, December 21st, 2018. It's 8:12 a.m. It's time to start Good Morning Pop Culture. So today is the winter solstice, the shortest day of the year. And admittedly, there's not a lot of content to talk about for Good Morning Pop Culture. I almost didn't see a reason why to host the show this morning. There isn't any kind of crazy news. There isn't any kind of crazy possibilities or anything. Nothing in the world of entertainment has changed. I haven't seen Aquaman. Some of you have seen Aquaman. We'll talk about that later on in the week. And Monday is going to be our big Christmas episode. So today is kind of an odd morning. There really isn't much to do. So I'm going to rely on you guys to help me out. So as soon as we get to 200 viewers, we'll start the main topic. In the meantime, we already covered the Men in Black trailer. We covered all that stuff last night on World Class Bullshitter. So you'll hear Dion's take, Nick's take, Kendo's take, and my take. And what a stupid trailer. What a dumb movie. We're not going to go see Mary Poppins. So even though I got a couple private messages that told me how good it was, I'm a single dude. I don't really have a family that I would take to go see this movie. And I didn't like Mary Poppins, the first one, as a kid, so I have no interest in the second one. So today we'll talk about how Star Wars hurt you in 2018. It sounds like a crazy topic, but it's true. People always want to say, well, it was just a movie. Nah, but it wasn't really a movie that hurt people. It was the culture surrounding it. And we'll cover that. We'll cover all kinds of stuff. But let's talk about something real quick that I'm putting a theory out there. Could be wrong, could be very right. But I'm going to foresee that the Captain Marvel action figures are going to be stuck on store shelves for a while. Now, it's not because I'm trying to talk shit and be like, oh, they're going to not buy a woman action figure. We don't even know how that's going to turn out. But the reason why, I'm going to show you this right now, is for Captain Marvel, I have never seen an action figure line in modern MCU get 4 releases of the same character. Now, normally, with your Ant-Man and the Wasp, you got your Ant-Man and you got your Wasp action figure. I don't even think there was a Ghost action figure. You also had, with Iron Man, with the Avengers, you only had 1 or 2 Iron Man figures. You only had 1 Spider-Man. But for Captain Marvel, there are 4 different figures for this movie. And I'm taking a guess right now that we're going to see a lot of Captain Marvel leftover action figures in stores. First off, you have regular Captain Marvel. You have Kree Captain Marvel. You have Captain Marvel in her jacket. And you have Captain Marvel in a regular suit. And the thing is, none of them look like Brie Larson. None of them look like they're going to appeal to the collector's market. So this one right here looks kind of cool because you can put this chick's head on it and you can just shun Captain Marvel. And it still doesn't look like Brie Larson. I made a comment about this yesterday, and people are like, yeah, it looks just like Caitlyn Jenner. I'm like, oh, shit. Okay, it's that kind of party. But I don't think these figures look very good, and I don't think a lot of people are going to pick them up. So expect to see a lot of Captain Marvel just hanging around your local Target, your local retailers in 2019. Now, when everyone calls sexism and racism and all this shit, remember, folks, it was because you put out 4 of essentially the same toys for a character that has very little demand. Much like the Star Wars figures, no one's really clamoring for Cassian Andor, but there are so many Cassian Andor figures. Oh, well, that's why he gets his own TV show. Grand Inquisitor, thank you very much. Jeff. Hey, Jeff. Party Boob! Yeah, we talked about Party Boob quite extensively on good World Class Bullshitters After Hours. So if you're a patron, I'm going to be uploading that after this morning's show. We were up late and I couldn't really stay up till 2 or 3 in the morning. I was up till 1 doing all that stuff, but I couldn't stay up till 2 or 3. By the time it renders and uploads and all that shit, it takes some time, but you guys will get that. And yes, Grand Inquisitor, Party Boob is booby trap spelled backwards, and that never occurred to me. And that's a life-changing thing. So yes, folks, we always joke about our album. We are going to produce a Lonely Island-esque rap album, and Party Boob is its name. Cesare Japan, thank you very much. No black action figure for Captain Marvel? Shocking. Yeah, it is shocking. Positively shocking. Now, you'll get your Captain Marvel Monica Rambeau figure in 2038. I don't know. The demand has to be there. And that's why a lot of people, including myself, are very perplexed by this Captain Marvel movie, because there really isn't a demand. The media will tell you there's a demand because we need to have a strong female character. And people will use the Wonder Woman argument, but Wonder Woman is a popular character who has had, 80 years of impact on popular culture. Captain Marvel is like from 2012. This Captain Marvel, this Kelly Sue DeConnick run. So, we'll find out together, guys. The Pui, thank you very much. Merry Christmas, Jeff, and tell your awesome mom Merry Christmas from the chat. The show has been great every morning. Thank you. The Pui, thank you very much. That is why I do this show, because the community is awesome. I can't complain about you guys ever. Everyone's here. They're happy. They're pumped. It's a good time. I'm having a good time doing it. Some days I'm a little more tired than others. Some days I got so much goddamn energy. But no matter what, I'm really glad that the show came to be. And for those that are newer to the channel, Good Morning Pop Culture was created out of a mistake. And if you don't know what that means, my mom was rear-ended by another driver. She's completely fine, don't worry. This was months ago. But she was rear-ended by a driver, and her car had to go get worked on. So she got this rental car. And for some reason, she just didn't want to drive. So I had to drive her to work. And one morning, I come back, and I'm like, I should go live. And it was a huge hit. And I kept going live every day that I had to drive her to work. I would get home around the same time. And then before you know it, Good Morning Pop Culture has become one of the pillars of this channel. So for everyone out there that's ever wondered how the show came to be, I wasn't thinking to myself, when can I go live? No, it just was like, I'm up. There's nothing to do. Let's go live. And it became what it is. So I enjoy doing this as much as you guys enjoy watching it. Now, I hope my internet connection is not dog shit. I upgraded it. I took care of business. But my router, so we're paying for 200 megabytes per second. We're not getting anywhere near that. So the router's got to go. So I got a new router that should be here today. And once it's here, I'm hoping I have lightning quick speeds, and maybe we can do a Spider-Man stream or something. I'd like to do like surprise midnight game streams where it's just like, hey guys, this isn't going to be archived, but let's enjoy some Spider-Man in the Sam Raimi suit, or just something like that, something fun. And yes, if you're out there and you're wondering, I did get the suit. It's Spider-Man suit in the game. Well, I really do like the original and the illustrated one, but it looks so real. And I showed pictures of it on yesterday's World Class Bullshitters. You know what? Maybe I should show one right now. Let's see. I'll show it real quick. I don't think you guys are going to care. Oh, he showed a picture of how real this game looks. Oh, boo-hoo. So let's see. Where is it at? And there we go. So it's funny. I sound like an old man when I say this, but I play this game and I go, man, I can't believe how far, how far technology has come in my lifetime in terms of video game graphics. I mean, when I was born, Super Mario Brothers 2 was the hot game out right now. Actually, to be fair, in Japan, Mario Brothers 3 came out, I think, the day I was born. So, in America, though, everyone was playing Mario 2. But nowadays, we got this, and this still blows me away. That is a not cutscene. That's a quick cutscene from in-game. And I don't mean to harp on Spider-Man and keep on going and going and going, but it's nice in 2018, and we can tie this into our Star Wars main topic. It's nice in 2018 to have such a fun, positive thing to enjoy in terms of entertainment. Star Wars is dog shit. Marvel Comics, for the most part, are pretty bad. DC is kind of just forgettable. The media is always shitting on you, the fans. Everyone's kind of under attack. And this game was a nice slice of positivity that helped remove any kind of 2018 politics and bullshit from my mind. And then to see this suit, something from my childhood, makes me quite happy. And for those on the record, or on the record for those in the chat, this is from Spider-Man 2. How can you tell? Look at the palms of his hands. If it's Spider-Man 1, his hands are completely red. He doesn't have the webbing. And he does have the webbing on this suit, so that makes it Spider-Man 2 or Spider-Man 3. They measure it in bits, multiply the number of bytes you're getting by 8. Yeah, well, when I do the speed test, it says your internet is very slow. So I don't think 16 megabytes or megabits is not the 200 I'm paying for. When you're only getting the speed of 2, I'm like, what in the fuck is happening? So yes, the Raimi suit people are excited. Billy Ritchie, thank you very much. Jeff, watch some Japanese Christmas commercials. Oh, I love Japanese commercials. I feel like Japan is one of the few places on Earth I'd enjoy being in for a long period of time. They may not like me. They may be afraid of me. It's something I'm willing to live with. I've learned to live with. But overall, I like Japan quite a bit. That is a country I think I would have a good time. I'd probably spend all my money there. Go to, was it Akihabara and the video games and the toys and all that, those places? I'd be broke. SH Figure Arts for days. For days. So let's start talking about the main topic. Star Wars in 2018. Now, I do love these end of the year shows because we can always talk about this year in review, this and that. But I want to know what happened to your favorite franchise this year. My favorite franchise, or former favorite franchise, Star Wars, it died. It died to me. I had to watch so many, I don't know, I won't say so many good people lie to defend Star Wars, but I had to watch so many people basically come out of the woodwork to defend a really shitty movie. And it built this culture of hatred around people that disliked it. That is what hurt me. It hurt me. Yes, it hurt me that Luke Skywalker died last year. It hurt me that we had all this crap come out, these bad movies. But the fact that they try to act like it's acceptable to dump on the fans is what hurt me the most. And I guess I should be thankful that everything happened for the reason to give us the place where we are. But my God, it pisses me off. It pisses me off. If Star Wars is garbage, I'd rather watch The Hobbit at this point. Well, The Hobbit, I've never seen that movie. I've never seen The Hobbit. I've never seen all of Lord of the Rings. I guess I should watch them. I'm not opposed to it, but I haven't had the chance. Jake Skywalker died. Luke is still out there. Do you really think that there's going to be Luke Skywalker coming back? Like, do you think he'll come back and do it? I want him to, and I don't think they will. I don't think they will. Observer Dude, thank you very much. Jeff, you're not being optimistic. Luke didn't give up on Vader in Return of the Jedi, so we shouldn't give up on Star Wars. You know what? Damn it, that's a good point to make. It is a good point to make. Luke didn't. Why should I give up? In all honesty, I really think the fans are winning the war, the culture war. Do I want to call it the pop culture war? I think it's just a culture war overall. It's an attempt to change people's minds by basically ousting them as antiquated. So what they do is you don't want to be this, you don't want to be that. Get on the thought train. Get on the right thought train. And it causes problems. It really does cause a lot of problems for people. And if anyone, how come your argument has problems and the other side wouldn't? Because I like to think we live in a world where it's not a big deal to have a black dude do something. It's like, it's 2018, so fine. He can do whatever he wants. Now, you can't call back. You can't completely block out people's certain beliefs. You can't, in 1 year, all of a sudden make years of learned experience, or learned mindsets go away. But I like to be optimistic, and that is why I don't really toot the horn of Marvel for having Black Panther out. It's like, okay, well, 20 years ago we've had black superheroes. You had black superheroes in your films. Cool, and I like them. I love the Falcon. Anthony Mackie's a great actor. All these things just really annoy me. And I guess I should just be more optimistic. You're right, Observer Dude. I should be. If Luke can, so can I. I'm thinking to myself right now, where am I at with Star Wars? I like to think I don't want to say I'm Darth Vader because I don't want to sacrifice myself for a fucking movie. But I like to see myself in that throne room, and at the 0 hour, something happens, and all is right, all is well, all for the good. And I think we'll see in 2019 just exactly how the good will prevail. Dark Helmet goes, good will always lose or evil will always win because good is dumb. Well, what they perceive as good and what they perceive as evil today, I guess, the fandom menace would be evil. So good would be dumb. And I'm interested to see if we pull the old identity politics. Another reason why I'm sounding kind of vague is because I have another video. The Esquire video is going to get bumped to next week because something bigger came out. And yeah, I can respond to Esquire. Who's going to give a shit? He's going to respond back. He's not going to watch the video. Apparently, allegedly, supposedly, I should care about what he says about me. But I don't, because if he has no frame of reference, if he doesn't watch the stuff, if he just cherry picks really angry tweets from people, well, then damn it, he has to wait till after Christmas. But a classic member of our shill community has popped back up, and he's singing a different tune. And so if you're out there and you've listened to this channel for many, many months, many moons, to keep with the nature theme, you'll know who I'm talking about. I won't mention him on air, but if somebody out there figures it out, I'll give a little grunt. Brandon Moist says, Star Wars made me dry in 2018. You know what Star Wars actually did in 2018 for me, if I'm going to be serious too? Star Wars actually helped me appreciate the prequels more, to connect with people more, especially with our buddy Sketch Therapy when he set up the Star Wars fan films, and we did the EU discussion, which we're going to have more with our buddy Gerhardt. All these things have really just strengthened us. So I guess realistically, Star Wars has been awesome from a certain point of view. The movie, the actual proper Star Wars, the commercially licensed Star Wars has been dog shit on every front. But the transcendent Star Wars, the one that the people fight for, the one that people are actually involved with in their entire daily lives, that thing's been pretty damn good. And no one can take that away from us. You can't take away the good times I've had on this channel. You can't take away the good times you've had on this channel. And I don't think anyone would debate. If anyone actually had a genuine frame of reference, I don't think that they would be able to debate that. Billy Ritchie, thank you very much. Star Wars and Star Trek died this year. I'm sad. Make sure you always watch the original stuff, or whatever edition of Star Trek you like is still out there. See, unlike Star Wars, you can still go out and enjoy your original cuts of things like that. You can enjoy your original Star Wars. Alpha Terranima, thank you very much. I still find it hilarious that Wendig thought calling fans dinosaurs to say they're outdated and making a Nyan Cat reference in 2013 was a good idea. The Chuck Wendig situation, I should have just called today's show This Year in Star Wars, because we could have gone back and looked at all the terrible events. We'll start doing that right now. Chuck Wendig. Folks, Chuck Wendig blocked us on social media, but I've never interacted with Chuck Wendig. I rarely talk about him. See, Chuck Wendig's the kind of guy that lives in his bubble. He wants to talk about the fans are terrible, they should eat a poo-covered boot, and all these things. And he didn't focus on his work. And he got fired not because of angry racist fans. He got fired because he was an insufferable douche on social media and made a company look bad. PR and optics are everything. And as we're in the middle of this culture war and these people want to argue, oh, alt-right trolls are ruining Star Wars. Look at the people that defend Star Wars on social media and what pieces of crap they can be at times. So you got Wendig, who gets the axe in his Star Wars series, and then you had all these people come out to try to defend Wendig. Oh, man, if you take over his book, this, that, and the other, we're going to blacklist you. You should cancel it. You shouldn't do it, blah, blah, blah. Some new dude took it over, and everyone – you can say SJW, you can say NPC, you can say all these things, but there's one honest-to-God thing that happens with all of them. Nothing. There are a lot of talk. There are a lot of hot air. They'll tell you all these things are going to happen, and then nothing does. So maybe, just maybe, we should realize they're not a big deal. But who else in 2018 caused a stir and just disappeared? Trying to think. We had Chuck Wendig. We had John Campea kind of go away. He's back a little bit. But, you know, that's his damn lot in life. Sorry, that popped up. Caught me off guard. Sorry. So, our friend Rhino4563, welcome back, my friend. Season's greeting, Jeff, and the whole World Class Bullshitters family. Your thoughts on Kyle Newman's comments about everyone in Hollywood knowing The Last Jedi sucks, but won't say, and the shill community saying it's great, knowing it sucks also. Thank you for saying that, because that is something I've been wanting to cover. We tried to cover it on the High Council. It kind of got brushed aside. Last night was our year in review, got brushed aside. Let's talk about this Kyle Newman thing. So let me pull up a Fanboys trailer. For those who don't know who Kyle Newman is or what Fanboys is, if you're in the Star Wars community, I highly recommend you watch this film. It's a lot of fun. I thought it was great back in the day. The movie's got a lot of heart. It's a lot like... It's like Star Wars meets Detroit Rock City in terms of like a road movie. It's got similar humor. It's got the same actor. Let's see. Fanboys film. It's funny, when I want to pull it up, I get a thing called Coordinating Conjunctions Fanboys. For and nor, but, or, yet, so. These phrases join words. Okay. Thank you, Google, for not wanting to load. There we go. So Fanboys came out in 2008. So I thought it was a 2009 film. I was wrong. But I definitely think it's worth your time. So it's the story of a group of guys and a girl who want to break into Lucasfilm and see a cut because their friend has been diagnosed with cancer. And George Lucas just allowed a lot of stuff to be done in that movie. See, that's the kind of Star Wars community I like. You know, George Lucas is up at the top. Oh, you're going to make fun of it? Oh, okay, in a respectful way, or just make fun of it in general. You know, we're going to let you do it. Remember, folks, as we go towards the end of the Lucas era, we had Star Wars Family Guy come out, and I thought that was great. We had Star Wars Robot Chicken. We had Fanboys. We had all kinds of these great things. With Disney, what do you get? You get, well, we cancel Lego. We do this. We do that. And it's so funny how that reset button story has really, really caught the attention of Star Wars fans, because I think deep down people want the reset button. And when Rebel Scum reports on it, like I said yesterday, Rebel Scum is a reputable source. I'd never think twice about them, because they've been around for so long. I don't think they're going to stake their reputation, especially in today's climate, on some garbage website or some garbage news article and then, you know, hurt their reliability. Yeah, Star Wars acting is down. Not down enough to where it's going to self-destruct to make some YouTube channels look bad when we have proof that they said it first. So that's the beauty of being not a news website, because we don't have to break the news. We report it to you guys, and that's that. But anyway, back to your point, Rhino4563. Newman's comments on how everyone in Hollywood knows Last Jedi sucks, but we'll say it. I have felt that the entire time. I felt that way back in 2015. Obviously, most people didn't back then. Now they kind of do. But in terms of this film, I don't mean to, I'm not trying to act like I have spider sense or something, but I can just feel when something is amiss with Star Wars. Like, I could tell, like, this movie's bad. There's weird energy in the room. Everyone's perplexed. Like, did we watch that? Did we see what just happened? And people on the internet, these critics are telling you how dumb you are for not liking it, how you don't get it, how you're sexist, how you're racist. It goes back to what I was talking about earlier, Rhino, with guilting. You know, you're guilted into doing something. You can't really guilt people into liking stuff today. You can say, hey, you should check it out, you should like this, or you could check this out, blah, blah, blah. But you can't guilt people into doing things too terribly much. Now, in terms of this, I do believe, Kyle Newman, you need to say the right stuff to get the right access to the right places. Earlier in the year, we heard Disney get mad at, what was it, the LA Times or some big news source and cut off their access. You see, Disney likes to tout themselves as, you know, this fun place of imagination and perpetual childhood, kind of like Peter Pan's Island and all that stuff. You go there, yeah, you spend money through the nose left and right, but you still have this great Disney experience. But what are all the things that are sacrificed to give you that great Disney experience? Honesty, trust, reliability, safety in certain regards. Now, I'm not here to tell you that Disney parks are unsafe. I've only been to there twice, and I've been safe both times, so that is not what I'm saying. What I am saying is there's a shady side to Disney. I feel like what's behind the curtain you don't want to know. It's a lot scarier than you may think. And now that Disney buys up all the studios and Disney buys up all the rights to these companies, people get excited because I get to see X-Men and Fantastic Four. See, Disney is so great at spin. And the best part is they'll get these low-tier websites to just constantly postulate, was that the right word? Throw out theories to get you excited. What if this? What if that? What if the moon was made of spare ribs? Would you eat it? What if all these things happen? Well, let me tell you something. I think I have a pretty good nose for bullshit and an eye for detail. And after a while, you can just connect the dots. The MCU does need, I think Disney knows and Marvel knows that they need new characters. They need to get new established brands in there. I love Bucky and the Falcon, but they're not going to be able to carry a Captain America movie the way Chris Evans did. That's just not going to happen. They know that they had to do these things, and Fox would not let go. So what do? They just buy Fox. When a company that has that much money, that can do anything, that can make you probably disappear in terms of job. They're not going to make you literally disappear. But, you know, let's say John Hogan, writer for the LA Sun, didn't like The Last Jedi. Well, then John Hogan did not get invited to the Solo A Star Wars Story premiere. He had to wait. He couldn't do this. He couldn't do that. Not only does he lose access, his publication loses access. So that means the LA Sun does not get to post a review of Solo. They don't get the clicks, the ad revenue. They don't get to sell the newspaper. Even if they'll sell 5 that day more, they don't get it. So he has to think to himself. He has to weigh out the pros and cons. I can hide behind the racist and sexist claims to give this movie a great thing, a great review, and no one will question me. As long as I say what everyone else says, if everyone's saying it, then they'll believe it. That's the mentality. So I think it's really scary when you think about Kyle Newman's comments, because just because he makes a movie doesn't mean he is, he knows everything about everybody. He probably doesn't know Disney that well. He made this movie in 2008 when it was all Lucas. The only thing Disney and Star Wars were the Disney Star Wars weekends at Disney World back in the day. So I look at this as a pretty telling thing. Now, that was on Rebel Force Radio. I believe they've been deplatformed from Star Wars Celebration and all these things like that. So they all these things kind of tie together and connect. And it's scary, it's interesting, but it's also depressing to think that people, and it's alarming too. Like, I think that's one of the beautiful things of this channel is, like, when we go to review a movie, no one has ever, we don't have anything to like live up to tell you guys the truth. If we liked it, if we didn't like it. You know, last year we got some flack because we liked the Justice League movie. It wasn't bad. It was a 6 out of 10 or whatever I gave it. Still didn't buy the movie. And then people got mad about that. People also got mad when we didn't toe the company line about Black Panther. They tried to call racist and, all this shit, and then they saw what color we were, and they shut the fuck up. But, Ethan, Jeremy, myself, a lot of YouTubers out there, but a lot of YouTubers do. Certain YouTubers have, access that they don't want to get taken away. Now, it's not like a Jeremy Jahns, because you'd be surprised, how on the level that guy truly is. But there are others out there. There's others out there that make movies that do. Basically, Hollywood's a big clique. Remember high school? Anyone seen Mean Girls? I haven't. But it's all a big clique. You got to say the right thing, do the right thing, wear the right thing, virtue signal the right way, and that is how you will get your movie made. It's all about money. But now playing the game isn't necessarily making the studio the most money. It's being in with the right people who believe weird, stupid, retarded shit. And I hate to say it, but then Hollywood will fall. Now, that doesn't mean that the film industry will fall. You move to Atlanta, there's New York, Canada, there's all these places. Hell, even here in Cincinnati, they film big movies now. Zac Efron was in town last year shooting a movie, and everyone said how cool he was and how friendly he was. So that's nice. I always like when a big actor is nice, because I look at it like this. Like with me, I got a lot of good stuff going. What do I have to be an asshole about? Zac Efron's got even more. Why should he be pissed off? I get it if you're in the bathroom or eating dinner and you don't want to be bothered. Understandable. But if you're just standing there on the street smoking a cigarette and says, "What's up, Zac Efron?" Blah, blah, blah. I would think he should be fairly friendly. Like me, the dude that recognized me at the toy store starts talking to me. Did I not want to be bothered? No, it was great. It was fun. Even after, I'm sure, thousands of people do it and it gets tiresome still. Whatever. But my point is, Hollywood is this weird. You can say it's a cesspool. You can say it's a cult. You can say it's a clique. I'll say it's a clique. But it's a scary place. Anything for fame and fortune. Grand Theft Auto 5 had a really good parody about it. How Michael, I don't know his last names, Michael, the main character, his daughter was trying to be in porn, and she would do all this stuff to become famous. And you think that's funny, but people will do that stuff to become famous. They will do anything. They're always looking for just a suckle on the power teat. And, dignity, self-respect, all those things go out the window very fast for Hollywood, for entertainment. And those who can't make it, but are only on the periphery, on the outside, that are desperate to get in with the good graces of those in power, will always toe the company lines. I don't call out a John Campea or somebody like that because I dislike his face or I have any problems with him as a human being. He represents a dangerous precedent. Not only does he attack the fans for not liking movies, he does it in the guise of, or he does it under the guise of being right and just, but in reality, he's just doing it for straight up, I don't want to lose access because I've built a career on this. Now, I think a good medium is like a Grace Randolph. Now, full transparency, I've never loved Grace Randolph, but over this year alone, I've come to respect her a lot more because she'll say shit that I dislike, but then a lot of it turns out to be true. And I think the new currency, especially the new online currency in the future, will be honesty and truth. If people can trust you, if they can trust your brand, it's like that in the real world now, but especially online. This past year was cryptocurrency, this, that, and the other, and cryptocurrency ain't going to go away. But my point is, truth will be the new currency. If you are honest and believable, you will be able to grow yourself. Spin and hype are always going to be here in society. It's just a part of life, no matter where you come from, what country, hell, what planet you live. If we're out there in Mars right now, you know what hype and spin is. You may have a different name for it, but you get the point. That will always exist. But the so-called, the certain channels, like the this channel or the that channel, like Screen Junkies and all those guys, I feel like they're slipping in relevancy every single day. It's sad to see the Epic Voice guy get less and less work because I think he's actually really good. But you just learn what Hollywood is truly like. If you want to look at it on different levels, societal levels, you got your bottom barrel adult stars. I wouldn't call them bottom barrel. They make great money. But my point is, in terms of like the Hollywood hierarchy, you got them, and they're like tied with the Screen Rant, Screen Junkies people. They're not really involved in Hollywood. They're there. They do stuff. They make money, but they're not The Rock. They're not even like mid to low level actors. It's bizarre how things work out there. And Kyle Newman's points, I'm with them 100%. I would love to have that guy on. If he'll do Rebel Force Radio, why wouldn't he do WCBS Live? I have no clue why he wouldn't. I haven't contacted him yet, but I would want to talk to him. You know what? Let me write that down. I'm going to try to get him on the show next year. Ethan can interview people in the Fandom Menace. And remember, folks, you're always welcome on my show. But I'm going to try to get him for 2019. Kyle Newman 2019, written down. I'm going to try to get him on the show before he gets any pushback. Even if I can get a no from him, at least he heard the request. So that's going to be my goal. And I ask you guys, make sure when I do put the thing out, be cool to these people. If you guys want to try to get other YouTubers or celebrities or people on the show, all you got to do is if you're contacting them on social media, just be cool about it. I'm not saying you got to say, "Oh, dear Mr. Newman, sir," and all this shit. No, don't be fake. But just, give it a like, give it a retweet. Let him know that people will listen, and he will have a big audience. I mean, we have a big audience, and a lot of people would love to hear insider information from people in Hollywood. So that is my goal. Chris Wicks, thank you very much from Down Under. I'm disappointed about what Episode 8 and Solo has done to the fans. The fans have never been this divided, and I'm worried about the longevity of the Star Wars franchise. Chris, I am too. Now, let's be honest for a minute. The division is bad for the fan community. But one thing I will say that is nice is because Disney wants to make money with Star Wars, they've shown their cards, and they have to go back to original trilogy era stuff. So if you're an original trilogy era fan, and you do action figure collecting, right now the Black Series is your best friend because you're getting some excellent Han Solo and Princess Leia toys. I mean, they're coming out all the time. For as many videos and articles as I make, or videos as I make about 50 million Cassian Andors and Rose Ticos and shit, you're also going to get some of the best looking Princess Leias and Han Solos ever, because the old guard, what's nice about that too is the old guard is proving just how much the old Star Wars films meant to people, and how the classic stuff will never die, and that you do need to respect it. George Lucas can die. Carrie Fisher's passed away. Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford, they don't have 30 years left in them. So a lot of us listening will outlive those actors. But my point is their legacy will live on. And it goes to show you how even Disney, with all the bullshit that they try, they will never be able to kill what Lucas created. And I think you should end 2018 with a sense of optimism in that regard, because I'm pissed what Episode 8 and Solo has done to the fans and the franchise as well. But look at us. Look at us as a community. We have so much fun. We get to travel. Well, we're going to do more. But we've gotten to travel across the country, meet fans, have these discussions in person. These movies impact people's lives. And let's stop acting, Lucasfilm and Disney, that you guys are what make people happy. Your shared experiences with other fans, especially in this kind of community, is what's keeping Star Wars alive in a lot of people's hearts. Solo, I said this back in May, and I'll say it again. Solo wasn't the worst movie I've ever seen. It's not even the worst Star Wars movie. I'd put it above other Star Wars flicks. But it's like I give it a 5.5, I gave it like a 5.5 out of 10, so just barely better than a 50%. I've seen worse movies. I've seen much better movies this year alone. But Solo really was a response to The Last Jedi, to the negativity, to the harsh criticism of the fandom from you attack the fans just don't go see your movies. Expect 2019 to be a year of ass kissing from Star Wars. Star Wars Celebration, we're going to be told, you're the greatest fans in the world after you spent a year dumping on us. You're the greatest. We respect you, blah, blah. You're going to see Kathleen Kennedy come out all smiles, and you're going to get such a small group of people to go in and cheer, and yay, Kathleen, yes, queen, and all this other dumb shit. We'll be there. The Fandom Menace will be there. Not to attack, not to cause any problems. I'm going to be with my guys from the show. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're also going to be very safe. Dion is a security expert. We have to think of those things because it's funny how people want to take it nuclear over a damn movie. You know, people on Twitter can't even handle that we dislike the movie. You know, our buddy John Campy wanted to hide behind that. But it's more than that. But the longevity, Chris, if the hypocrisy of, if the hypocrisy of Disney shows you anything, they will always jump back. And I got a video that's going to come out when I'm away from the channel, and it's going to discuss a myth about Star Wars. It's for children myth, but it's also going to discredit that and talk about they know where their bread is buttered. See, Disney is the smartest company when it comes to entertainment. We can talk about their policies that we dislike or their scare tactics or things like that, but they know what they're doing. Trust me, they know what they're doing. There's no reason. There's the reason why they're, you know, they make $50 billion in a year or some shit like that. They've got all their bases covered. So you can say everything you want about Disney, but you can never call them stupid. That's all I can say. By the way, you wanted a Ric Flair woo? Woo! There you go. There's your Ric Flair woo. Love me some Ric Flair, the Nature Boy. Nothing but respect for Nate. I'm glad he's still alive. And his daughter is a damn fine wrestler. Charlotte Flair, one of the best lady wrestlers out right now. Billy Ritchie. Oh, by the way, I want a Fanboys 2 for the sequel trilogy. Stealing Solo is like your Fanboys 2. Hey, you know what? When the movie gets made, we'll ask Kyle Newman to direct it. That'll be what's up. Billy Ritchie, thank you very much. Jeff, I know the family who was one of the exclusive producers of Fanboy. Look up Kevin Mann. I'm taking a screenshot of that. Well, I will look into that. I would love to get anybody that was involved with that movie. You know, Kathleen Kennedy can get an Oscar for being an executive producer on some movies. This guy can get on World Class Bullshitters for being an executive producer. Billy Ritchie, if you want to shoot us a message, I'll look into it. I'd love to get people on like that. The Grand Inquisitor, thank you very much. I had so much goodwill towards Star Wars after The Force Awakens and Rogue One, but The Last Jedi and Lucasfilm's reaction to fan criticism just killed it for me. I just no longer have any interest in Disney Star Wars. No comics, movies, TVs. I just don't care. I'm there with you, and that is why I have decided, because honestly, after The Force Awakens, 6 months break, no Star Wars for 6 months. And you think that's insane. In my office right now, I have my original trilogy posters up. I put a desk up so I can't really see. I can see the top quarter of Star Wars and all of Return of the Jedi, but no Empire poster. I can't see it. But back then, I seriously replacing these posters. I was just in a weird place. I was like, man, that was terrible. And I think what bothered me more is that everyone was, into it. Now, again, the beauty of having differing opinions is like, it doesn't bother me that people like something I dislike. I like shit you guys don't like. Like, I'm really sure most of you out there don't give a shit about Detroit Rock City or what's a movie I love that you guys probably don't. Well, I can't say Mystery Men because a lot of people love Mystery Men, but you get my point. But what I do after my hiatus is I watched Star Wars one day. And I thought to myself, and people think, that's just a movie. Yeah, but sometimes movies really speak to you. When I watched A New Hope again on Blu-ray, I'm sitting there thinking to myself, this is really one of the greatest movies ever. I'm just going to embrace what I liked about Star Wars. So on a personal level, now, I've taken a stance in terms of new merchandise. I'm just not doing it. Like L337, there's a story behind that one, and I'll tell you guys on the video proper. But L337 was a gift. These things nowadays are great pieces of merchandise that I'm not buying because I just can't do it. But to get to your actual super chat, Grand Inquisitor, what I do is I read old Star Wars comics. I'll watch the old movies. If you guys, you know what? I can't share a website that, pirates comics because it's just, not cool. But if you Google how to read comics online, there is a website and they have every Star Wars comic ever. And I go back, so for example, my mom, the sweetheart that she is, picked me up a Return of the Jedi graphic novel, trade paperback, whatever you want to call it. It's basically the new Marvel edition. It's been recolored, but the artwork is fantastic. But it's the original comic from 1983, recolored. And I'm reading it. I'm enjoying it. I'm looking at the classic art. I'm thinking of classic Star Wars. Then I go and I read the old newspaper strips, and I just do that stuff. And I think of a time where it was better, where it was more fun, where it was more positive. And then I come and talk to you guys. And yes, it does sadden me how bad the new modern era of Star Wars is. But it's also a reminder why it's worth discussing, why it's worth making videos over, why it's worth building a community over. And like I always say to you guys, if Star Wars goes, the rest of popular culture goes. It's the biggest franchise ever. When it dies, and when I mean die, from my point of view, is when everyone buys in hook, line, and sinker of this Disney trash. When everyone buys into that, that is when I feel Star Wars and the culture war has been lost in terms of entertainment. But this backlash shows me that there's life left in this movement, this preservation attempt. It's not really political at all. It's just driven by a desire for movies to be fun, escapist entertainment and to respect. Most importantly, the word to describe the Fandom Menace's interest is respect. We want you to respect what you made and respect us. We're your consumers. Don't shit where you eat. Swinging Cod, thank you much. Edition of the expanded universe. The biggest gut punch of Disney taking over Lucasfilm was the cancellation of Star Wars Detours. Sucked. Was that the Star Wars Detours? Was that the ride over at MGM, right? Star Wars Detours, was that? Oh, that cartoon show that looked terrible. Maybe it's good that it got canceled. I don't know. Does everyone know that story about Star Wars Detours? Because if you don't, let me let's show you guys an image of it real quick for a joke. This was Star Wars Detours. I don't think it ever saw the light of day. Yeah, I don't think it saw the light of day. But it maybe part of it did. That Jar Jar Binks thing saw the light of day, where Jar Jar Binks was frozen in carbonite. But where's it at? So Star Wars Detours. So Star Wars Detours is an unaired American CGI animated comedy series differentiated from any other Star Wars animated series, and it is that as a parody of the franchise. It offers comedic takes on what happened between the prequel trilogy. The series was produced by Lucasfilm Animation in collaboration with Robot Chicken creator Seth Green and Matthew Senreich. Although roughly 2 seasons of the show exist, they have never been officially released to the public. Since the Walt Disney Company's acquisition of Lucasfilm in 2012, the show's been on hiatus to allow Lucasfilm Animation to focus on other projects. And that's an image. So there are 39 episodes that exist that we'll never see. And in October of 2015, during a live stream, they mentioned that the show was canceled. And in 2018, they renewed the trademark for the series. I don't know how I feel. It looks but you know, if I always wanted, right now I shouldn't look at this while I'm doing the show. Thank you though, Swinging Cod. I got to know what happened with Han Solo and over that breakfast pancakes. I feel like it's Pulp Fiction. They're having that discussion. David Hervey, thank you very much. I walked out of The Last Jedi numb, told myself I was done with Star Wars. I felt like they were saying we can do anything and slap Star Wars on it and you will buy it. David Hervey, though, we have proven as a fan base that that's not the case. You know that big not the big Millennium Falcon, but you know that Millennium Falcon that came out for Solo, that $99 piece of shit that I made fun of, $20 now, at Christmas time. Yeah, they're just trying to move old stock. But we've proven. And the thing is, the toy market ain't dead. Other toy lines are kicking ass. Adult collector toy lines. There's a $500 Optimus Prime, and that motherfucker sold out instantly. Why? Because there is a demand for this shit. People have disposable income, and people will allocate their funds to things they desperately want to have. But Star Wars just isn't that. So, David, I ask you to remember this year. Remember 2018. Remember the Alamo. Remember how they tried to pull some bullshit. And consumers said no. You know, I don't have kids yet, but Dion has a son, and his sister has a son, and I know a lot of people with kids about 5 years old, so they know what they like. None of them want Star Wars toys. You know, Phil's nephews want Nintendos and Smash Brothers. Dion's kid wants Ninja Turtles. The other one wants Pokemon, toys, and cars, not even the games. So there are generations of kids out there that just aren't doing the Star Wars thing. Star Wars is for the kids and the 40-year-olds. The retro blastings and all those guys, me, all that stuff. They market it towards us. But they decided in 2018, they got kind of cocky and they said, screw you guys, I'm going home. You should go home. We don't want you. Let the past die. And when you bring it to their attention, everyone wants to make the excuse, oh, that's just a marketing campaign, man. Maybe you should relax. Have you been here for this year? Have you been here for this year? All I can say to you guys is the junk choked Toys R Us out. The junk did all of these things. And it was all Star Wars junk. So I apologize to the Star Wars junk enthusiasts out there. You can go to your local Ollie's, you can go morning, and you can consume all the Star Wars material you want for a small fraction of the original cost. And it only hurts Hasbro, it only hurts Toys R Us, it only hurts full price retail chains. Bad distribution, bad product, bad characters. Like Target had an exclusive that people were going nuts for, and then they saw the figure and they saw the movie and nobody really cared. Moloch. I think of Moloch the Magician from Watchmen, not Moloch from Solo: A Star Wars Story. But that damn Gamorrean guard was so hard to find. Shelly Roberts, thank you very much. Morning! Have a lovely day and a great holiday. I will. Thank you very much, Shelly Roberts. I appreciate you joining us all the time. I hope you have the same. I hope everyone has a great holiday. No matter what you believe in religiously, it doesn't matter to me. You're all cool with me. And if you celebrate Christmas, if you don't enjoy your day off, you probably have a job that is closed for Christmas. And if you got to work on Christmas, my sympathies for you. Listen to a stream of ours, listen to something we put out, hang out with some friends online, us, and enjoy your time. Believe me, I'll send out a Christmas tweet and a New Year's tweet, and I'll be doing work in between then. And you might hear from me. Actually, you'll hear from me tomorrow night. I'm going on another podcast. I believe it's the Rated R Horror Channel, and we're going to be doing a review of Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. And I started watching that last night. I made sure my Prime account was all logged in, and I got so excited because I realized how much I truly loved that movie. I too am going to the Aquaman tonight, so I'm going to have fun. Rookie Crick says, morning, Jeff. Would you still want a cameo in my skit and be able to send me the line by Sunday? If you're busy, it's okay. Should I send another email? Oh my God, I am so sorry that I forgot. I can definitely get you the line. Could you email it, or could you email it to me and then remind me on Facebook or Twitter to check the email today? I'll gladly record it. It won't take me long at all. I want to help you out. I'm sorry to hold you up. You guys know we got a lot of stuff going on. And so if I've ever forgotten to respond to an email or something like that, don't take it as disrespect. I just, I got 1,000,001 things I'm trying to do. Plus, I do have other, life things that I got to do on top of it. Like, I may not have a family like Ethan and Jeremy, but, I got stuff I got to take care of. So, Rookie Critic, I thank you for your patience. I will definitely, I want to help. I want to be a part of it. So just remind me today and I will record your stuff. Thank you for waiting. Chris Wicks, thank you very much. Kai used to be a regular on RFR, Rebel Force Radio, until he did some work with Steele Saunders. Steele and RFR had a falling out in RFR since. Oh. That's why I'm glad I got you guys to fill me in on the drama. I'll ask him. I don't have, fan connections with other communities. I'm cool with Doomcock, obviously. I'm cool with Razor Fist, obviously, and Mauler, and the Dishonored Wolf, and a couple other YouTubers. Obviously, Ethan and Jeremy are my buddies. But I don't really have that clicky drama with any YouTube channel. There are people that don't like me, and I honestly don't care. I don't make the show for them. If they want to shit on it, fine. But people want to like. But if Kyle ever wants to come hang out on a podcast and talk, I'd love to have him on. And, somebody let him know over Christmas. He'll have some time to himself. He can think about it. Obviously, the numbers are there for us. We've had almost 100,000 Podbean does they know that. So I think it'll be a lot of fun. Let's try to make that happen in 2019, excuse me. We already have it happen in 2018. So let's see where else we were. Our buddy Salvador, thank you very much. Working Christmas Eve and Xmas again for the 5th year in a row, but at least I have the P.O. Box stream to look forward to. Speaking of Black Series, cannot wait for the Grievous in 2019. What are the chances of us streaming about toys? It'll happen, dude. I know you have a schedule, and I'm going to be out of town. If you've won it, look at Salvador. I got your giant boxes. You're, friend of the channel. I'll definitely have you on. Everybody that wants to get involved with the channel, just consider the end of the year not happening. I'll be back in early January, and I will make. Let me get a couple things worked out, and so in the second week of January, we'll start doing the stuff that we promised you guys. So, for example, we have a request for Lethal Weapon 3 commentary. I promise it'll happen. We'll do our one for Fantastic Four. We'll even do Mother. I know somebody jokingly asked, but we're going to do it because you requested it on Patreon. We'll make it happen. Gerhardt, I will find time with you to do our stream. Salvador will do ours. I love to talk about toys. Like, I honestly wish this was just a toy channel. It's cool that people like entertainment and will listen to me talk about toys. I'm very fortunate. But man, if I had just an all-toy channel, like a Toy Galaxy or something like that guy, I'd shit my pants. I'd wake up every day. I'm like, oh, I get to talk about toys, and people watch it on YouTube. I'd be, I'm happy now. I'm smiling as I talk, but I'd be freaking the hell out. But Salvador, I feel for you working on Christmas. I have a mom who had to work retail a good chunk of my life. She worked either Christmas Eve, she'd rush home to get us to the Christmas party that our family had, and then some years she worked Christmas Day. It's what a single parent has to do. My mom's one of those people. My dad died. She's like, I was gonna step it up and make sure you had a great normal life and all this stuff. And the coolest part about all of it is I never knew that we didn't have. I look at a lot of these people today that, I don't have this and I don't have that. And my mom's like, well, I didn't have this or that, and we made X amount of dollars, but I made sure you had everything and had no clue how we actually lived. So that's an aside. I apologize getting into that. But yeah, I shout out to all those who have to work on Christmas. It sucks. So I hope that you will enjoy our stream now. We will have it. Good Morning Pop Culture will be Monday morning, normal time. I'll be on camera. You won't see the whole office setup because, again, I need to clean it up. But you'll see our desk. You'll see everything we open. We're going to be talking about Christmas and having fun. We'll have one of those fires on the TV and all that crap. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be a great stream. And I'm going to be checking the P.O. Box tomorrow for those who may have sent stuff last minute. And if you sent it and it didn't arrive by tomorrow, I won't be able to put it on this Monday stream. But Tales from the P.O. Box is not dead. You guys clearly like that. Excuse me. You guys clearly like Tales from the P.O. Box. So we're going to make it happen all the time. Just be on the lookout. I love doing those. I mean, yeah, it's fun to open the stuff, but I like the film videos. It's a lot smoother of a process than to try to do it, write it, record it, edit that, then edit the video, and then put it together and all that. I love doing it. It just takes more time. P.O. Box stuff is awesome. So, Salvador, I hope you enjoy it. It's going to be a morning stream, but it's going to be a lot of fun. Fanboys is not a fan-made movie. Real actors. It's got Jay Baruchel. It's got Dan Fogler. It's got Kristen Bell. Seth Rogen's in the movie. Carrie Fisher's in the movie. So, definitely should check it out. It's a lot of fun. Half Moon sent in a $5 super chat with no message. Thank you very much. Pete72 loves Detroit Rock City. You are a man after my own heart. Cesario Japan, thank you very much. When I posted the Esquire shill video to Kotaku Action, some people posted how dissatisfied they were in Star Wars. One was getting rid of his collection of half-price books. Another boxed up everything. I will say this. If you got to get rid of it, you got to listen to your heart. Do what you want to do. Me personally, if I want to consume more Star Wars in 2018, and this is my recommendation to anybody, find a way to get the old stuff, because there are millions and millions of pieces of Star Wars merchandise out there that aren't Lucasfilm related. Use that shit. Or current Lucasfilm related. Go get your old shit. Don't necessarily have to throw it away, but you do what you want to do. Honestly, Lucasfilm, excuse the sound. I'm opening a new box of coffee pods. I apologize. Right now, Lucasfilm, you would think a company would want to future-proof themselves. I think all they're doing is shooting themselves in the foot preemptively and ruining it for the next generation of fans and themselves. And all these people are going to want to say, well, these angry alt-right motherfuckers are the ones that ruined it for the next generation of fans. No, not really. It blows my mind. It boggles my mind. Hell, it even bottles my mind. If you get that movie reference, my mind is in a bottle. It just blows me away that is what they're doing. And there's always post episode 7. Like, I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I still held on to my action figures and, certain high-end things that I've had over the years. It's funny. For as much as I enjoyed Star Wars, I don't actually own any high-priced things except the Millennium Falcon. I have $200 Batmans, Marty McFlys, and stuff like that, and James Bond collections out the ass. But Star Wars, I just got a lot of cheap stuff. I don't really have, like, I'd love to get that Master Replicas Han Solo blaster. That's something on my to-get list. But, I just never spent that kind of money on it. But Cesare Japan, by the way, folks, if you're a Star Wars collector, now would be a good time to pick up shit because people might be throwing their stuff away and you can get it on the cheap. And, I love to buy stuff, but I also love to get a good deal. I don't think many things don't make me happier than getting a good deal. And I'm not trying to be funny. And when I can get something for super cheap, I'm like, man, I'm like the dad in A Christmas Story, the old man, twice as shrewd. So if you get that reference, shout out to you. Pagan God X. It has been a really odd year, and it started with The Last Jedi. Haven't seen a movie do this much damage to society since Pluto Nash Rides of 2002. So, somebody the other day, Pagan God X, said they liked Pluto Nash. And I thought, okay. I mean, I didn't know if they were trying to get a rise out of me or they were being honest. I don't really get too angry about that sort of things, but Pluto Nash is shit. Rosario Dawson is a beautiful woman and a good actress. Even she can't save that movie. And Eddie Murphy's one of my personal heroes. Well, was. And he's just fallen the fuck off. Let's see. Eric Santucci, thank you very much. Can you see Lucasfilm pouring a huge marketing budget? Can you see Lucasfilm pouring a huge marketing budget, more so than any previous Star Wars film, into Episode 9 to try to win people back after The Last Jedi? Yes, I think that's what's going to happen. They're going to put Luke Skywalker at the forefront of the marketing campaign. They're going to put Lando. They're going to do this. They're going to do that. Pay attention, folks. Lando, I love Lando. Billy D. Williams is a cool dude. I never met him. I feel like he would have a lot of cool shit to say to each other. We would. But Lando is a secondary Star Wars character. You can't market a film on him. The Force Awakens marketed Han Solo, and Harrison Ford's one of the biggest actors of all time. The dude has a fan base around him that rivals any other actor. Any other actor. So you had that. Then you have the return of Luke Skywalker. You kill them off both in these movies to piss off people. So then you get to this one, and they're going to market Luke and this and Leia, and they're going to do all these things. They're going to market the trailers like they used to do trailers, and they're going to do this and that, and they're going to try to sell you Force Friday 5 again, and they're going to make all these things happen, and you're going to see new technology and new interactive ways. They're going to sink a lot of money into this movie to try to right the ship that is Star Wars. But at the same time, I think it's going to be it for a little bit. They're going to let people go off happy with this movie, and then they're going to take a break from Star Wars, and they're going to focus on the TV shows. We talked about the Star Wars reset yesterday, and that was an incredible episode. I think our most viewed episode of Good Morning Pop Culture ever was the Star Wars reset episode. And one day it got 10,000 views. 98% of the shows don't even have that in months. So people really, really were receptive to that one, and you guys kicked ass. Thank you very much. By the way, can we hit that melee button? Simple request from your friend Jeff of World Class Bullshitters. But they'll pump in money. They'll do all the things. The Last Jedi was the perfect storm of mistakes from Lucasfilm and Disney. Bad video game, bad marketing, bad movie, bad fan response, bad, Lucasfilm response. I wouldn't be surprised if people that work there in the industry have to sign either gag orders or just shut the fuck up on social media for this next movie as well, because a lot of people say stupid shit. And for example, Chuck Wendig opening his mouth could have cost Lucasfilm $75,000. Or that girl that drank the fanboy mugs tear could have cost them $80,000, just some amount, because everything from that camp officially is one more straw. And there's always that one straw that broke the camel's back. It could have been the fanboy tears mug. It could have been this interview. It could have been that interview. It could have been this article, that article. There are always little things that set people off, and they got to be careful. Like, to quote my favorite song, they'll have to be acting on their best behavior. If they mess up even slightly, like episode 2019 is the biggest year for them in terms of no screw ups. They have to navigate the path. They can't let their ego get the best of them. They're probably listening and thinking, oh, we're going to do this. These are good. We're going to take notes. Disney, if you are, send a check to WCBS show, P.O. Box 5069, Cincinnati, Ohio, 45205, in an amount no smaller than $5 million. Count it, $5 million. That'll be for our consultancy fee. We'll appreciate that. Make sure that you guys cover the amount that we'll have to pay in taxes as well. I need to clear a cool $5 million, and then I'll continue to do my channel the way I do. But you have taken my ideas and use them to build yourself up. So cool $5 million plus, I don't know, 3% on the back end of episode 9. Not much. Simple request from a simple man. Thank you. But yeah, Eric, I think that'll be the case. A bigger budget for the marketing, and a much more positive attitude. It's funny, all of the shills might be Star Wars' worst enemies. That's it. Tim Riggs, thank you very much, my friend. You can tell the Fandom Menace is pure of heart because they attack the quality of the films. You can tell The Last Jedi, Kathleen Kennedy, SJWs are involved because they don't defend quality. They attack those criticizing. Very true. J.J. Abrams, I believe, was the first one to do it this year when he said, oh, you're intimidated by women if you did not like The Last Jedi. I'm sorry, JJ. I'm not intimidated by women. I have many great relationships with women. I'm not bothered by them being in movies or having roles of power. If I'm on my, I'm dying and a doctor saves me, I'm not going to go, can it be a dude? That's some dumb shit. That's the kind of shit these people in Hollywood think the rest of the country feels. No. And yeah, we are a pure heart group. It's so much fun. I look at it two things. Either the people that shit on us are jealous because they don't get to do what we do and have this fun community, or they're just people that can't handle, or their jobs are on the line and they have to sit and chill out for a movie. It's funny, too. A lot of people on my personal Facebook, Kevin Smith is coming to town, and they said, Jeff, we should go see Kevin Smith. And I thought to myself, should we go see Kevin Smith? Do I give money to the shilliest of all shills? I don't hate him. I don't dislike him personally. I own most of his fucking movies. I may go. I probably am not. Let's be honest. It'll be when I'm out of town. I wanted to go see Dane Cook. He comes to town the day I leave. But yeah, Tim Riggs, all we do is attack the qualities of the film. Yeah, you can joke about Rose Tico being lame, but I never make fun of Kelly Marie Tran. I don't make fun of her for being of Asian heritage. I don't make fun of Rey for being a woman. I make fun of her for being infallible and poorly written. And the best part of The Last Jedi for me, film-wise, was when the Praetorian Guard was going to stab her and they CGI'd out the staff so it doesn't look like she would have been killed. That's the quality of filmmaking you get from Rian Johnson. His round head is full of ideals and beliefs, but you can't make a competent fight scene to save your fucking life, Ryan. And see, this is me criticizing the movie. I could write you a 12-page paper, and I have, on why the film sucks, not even mention the gender of anyone or the race of anyone. They can't do that. They can't, fight back with that. Adjacent Culture says, big Disman being told we're too stupid for The Last Jedi. We were being told we were too stupid for The Last Jedi, and that was a mistake. I'm going to keep my stupid ass at home with my stupid money and my stupid wallet, and I'll go watch Jumanji. And Jumanji is the thing to benefit the most from The Last Jedi, because now Jumanji Sony Pictures has the ball. See, Sony Pictures might be the biggest winner of 2018 in terms of film studios. They may have not had the hits that Disney had. They may have not made the money that Universal has, but they got three things out of this year. First off, Jumanji. What do I mean by they got Jumanji? Jumanji was such a big hit that they got a set of balls on them now that they're going to go put out Jumanji the week before Star Wars. Star Wars no longer has the ability to command a whole month. People don't care. They will front load a box office. They won't give a shit because Jumanji has made so much money, has such a big presence. They're going to be fine. Secondly, they saw that these Spider-Man movies without Spider-Man can make tons of money in the world. They don't have to be big hits in America. They don't have to get well-reviewed, but they can make nearly $1 billion on a, $150, $200 million budget, and the rest of the world eats the shit up. So they're emboldened for that. And third, their Spider-Verse movie. Now, their Spider-Verse movie is not really a huge hit financially yet, and I don't think it'll make that much money overall, but the narrative won't allow that. But what I mean by it being a win for them is it, again, proves to them that they can make Spider-Man films without any that will either get critical or financial positivity in terms of Venom at the box office. Therefore, I believe that they will try to rescind their rights from Spider-Man or with Spider-Man from Disney so that we won't really see the conclusion. We may have 2 Spider-Mans on film. We may have an adult one to fight Venom and Morbius, the Spider-Man I want to see, and we might have that bullshit Tom Holland one, which I like Tom Holland. The funny thing is, him and his Spider-Man aren't my problem. When I shit on Homecoming, I don't dislike him. I like him in Infinity War. I like him in Civil War. I don't like the world he inhabits. I don't like the actor Martin, what's his name? The guy that plays the teacher. I love that actor. I don't like his character. I love Marissa Tomei. I don't like her Aunt May. We're not getting into that right now. But Sony is the big winner of 2018, in my opinion, because they will truly cultivate a couple big hits in 2019, and they will show Disney that, oh, Disney, see, the thing is, the MCU, we consider the MCU is never going to be touched. Yes, they'll get this Fox deal, but Spider-Man is the biggest superhero property probably ever. It can make so much money on its own without being in the universe, the shared universe shit. They'll pull that out. And then Warner Brothers, I firmly think Warner Brothers is going to, they finally got their shit together. Aquaman, people are loving it. It's going great. People are going to see it. That, Aquaman, Shazam, and Wonder Woman 2. They pull those movies out and they're all hits. The public perception will change for DC. Captain Marvel could really change the public perception for Marvel in a negative way, and we could see a more even playing field for these movies. Now you'll say, well, Jeff, there are 15 more movies from Marvel that made all this money. Yeah, but that's in the past. We're moving forward. No more Iron Man, no more Captain America, no more Thor. What do we got? Well, we got Aquaman, Wonder Woman, and Batman, and this and that, and people are going to migrate to them, and it could be a much different climate for superhero movies in 2020. That'll be the year I'm really going to be focusing on this channel for where we are with superhero culture. Hey, Jeff and WCBS fans, my birthday is next Tuesday. Should I see Aquaman, sleep in, launch my official podcast, rewatch the entire Star Wars saga? Horror Class Bullshitters all. Well, you know what, Rugis? You should do all those things if possible. So your birthday's on Christmas, right? Christmas Day. I'm sorry that your birthday is on Christmas. You might like it, but I would hate to have a Christmas birthday because I feel like everyone is so focused on their own shit that your birthday wouldn't be as special as it should be. So here's an early happy birthday from all of us here at World Class Bullshitters, all 77,000 of us. Happy birthday, Rugis. We hope you have a good day. But, I'm going to go see Aquaman. I'll mention it in passing on social media, and maybe on Monday morning I'll talk about Aquaman for a little bit. Not going to do an official proper review unless I feel so compelled to. Like, it's that great, then I'll do something. But enjoy yourself, man. I mean, the older I get, the best advice I can give people is just enjoy yourself. If you don't have to do something and you don't want to do it, then don't do it. Enjoy your birthday. Enjoy Christmas. Spend time with your family and your kids and all that good shit. Just have fun. And if you got any questions about podcasting, let me know. I'll gladly help you. And by help, I mean, I'll tell you what programs we use, how to do this with the audio, X, Y, and Z, where to upload it, how to get it, all those things. I'll gladly help anybody out there. If you guys got a YouTube channel and you have questions, just shoot me a line. It takes me a minute to sometimes get back to them because Kendo's supposed to be watching the email. No, I'm not mad, obviously. But, I'll gladly help you guys out. If you want to make it, just let me know. Swinging Cod, thank you very much. I just liked the Star Wars Robot Chicken specials. Wanted to see it. I like them a lot too. People want to go. People quote the what the hell is an aluminum falcon and Padme and all this stuff. It's funny. They have some really great moments. To be a Star Wars fan from about, I don't know, 08 to 20 before Disney was a really good thing because we had the sense of completion. We also had new stories that were coming out, and the Clone Wars, man, what a fantastic show. I hope 2019 does not ruin the Clone Wars. I'll be heartbroken if Clone Wars fucking sucks. Big time. That's the thing I'm hoping doesn't suck in 2019 from Disney. Damaj and I, thank you very much, my friend. Hey, brother. Yeah, I had to do a vid on the Matt M thing too, but your topic, what is the worst and can't be forgiven, is the fact that we will never have the original trilogy cast on screen ever again. A loss, for real. Yeah, and that was a decision they made. That's the dumbest kind of crap too. I mean, I know I love to take the pot shots and, oh, nostalgia blinded you with episode 7. It did. It got a lot of people. But they really didn't, enough people didn't press for the whole, why didn't we see the original cast? Luke Skywalker should have not gone into hiding. This map defined Luke Skywalker. Look, Star Wars is not Indiana Jones, JJ. I know you'll never get to touch Indiana Jones, thankfully, because fuck you. But you tried to incorporate a MacGuffin element, a map, a treasure map. All this crap just doesn't fit with Star Wars. And yeah, that is an unforgivable thing, Damaj and I, because she's dead. Princess Leia has passed away. And it's sad. And they've gone back. To me, here's another telling thing with Lucasfilm in 2019, excuse me. Princess Leia passing away. There are articles that said she was not going to come back. And somebody just sent me one the other day. I got to look for it. But we have words from Kathleen Kennedy herself. Oh, Princess Leia will not be back. Just watch episode 8. That's how we'll end your story. Well, then episode 8 shits the bed, and now they play on your emotions. Guys, Princess Leia, Carrie Fisher, one last time. Oh, okay. We're going to use CGI footage. And I'm like, oh. Look it. Seeing episode 9 is not paying respects to Carrie Fisher. Her daughter's not going to get that much. Her daughter's not going to get a box office percentage. She'll get her fee for being in the movie because she's a character, and then she'll get whatever for her mom's estate. And she inherited both that and Debbie Reynolds' estate. So that girl is doing fine. Do not feel a sense of loyalty to Princess Leia to go see this movie. Do not feel obligated to Billy Lord to support this movie. She's fine. She'll make the same money if all of us don't go see it. She's been paid. That's why sometimes when people say, about pirating movies, I don't personally do it. But if somebody does it, I think to myself, well, you pirated Ocean's 11. Brad Pitt, George Clooney, and all these other actors, and everybody on the movie got fucking paid. Oh, they lost out on 2 pennies on a residual of a Blu-ray sale. I'm not trying to say that you should do this thing or these things. I'm not. But when it comes to Star Wars, don't feel obligated. Like, you're not going to see episode 9 for Princess Leia. That might be something I remind people a lot through the new year. You're not going to see Star Wars episode 9 for Carrie Fisher. It's not going to bring her back. It's not going to do anything for her or her daughter and her brother Todd Fisher. Like, they're done. They've been paid. They've done their work. And Damaj and I'm glad you checked out the Matt Miller topic. The guy lied. It's nothing about having different opinions. He just fucking lied. The Rookie Critic says, it's cool. I'll send you another. And thank you. Thank you, Rookie Critic. Like I said, man, I appreciate you guys' patience. That's one thing I'm happy about. Oh, shit. My stream had cut out at one point. I'm really back now. Let's see. Hopefully you guys... shit. Okay. Let me check something real quick, guys. Just give me one moment. Talk amongst yourself. Lando Calrissian, do you like the cape or do you not like the cape? The world may never know. Actually, I prefer the cape. Lando's cool as shit. I'm a fan. Let's see my channel. Okay, where do we go? Video manager. Oh, man. Yeah, wow. Okay. Just a second more, folks. Thank you for your patience. Yeah, it'll just be count to 30, and we'll be all set. Gotta love live radio. Gotta love live radio. Let's see. Live control room. I need a thing that plays the Jeopardy theme song when I can't talk. That'll keep me talking the whole show because I don't want to get a copyright strike. Okay, here we go. And this is what I needed to open up. Okay, so it was caught up. Alec Munoz, thank you very much. Merry Christmas, Jeff. Thank you for all you've done this year. Many hours of fun. Most importantly, you gave us a voice when the world told us our opinions were wrong. Alec, that means a lot. That means more than you can possibly imagine. And, you know, I'm not on this ego trip to speak for, 77,000 people, but I'm glad you guys like what I'm saying because everything I say from the heart. I'm not saying it to, rile you up or make up bullshit. Like, I don't make up bullshit claims. Everything I'm telling you guys on the channel are my honest opinions. Maybe we're not as flashy as we should be. Maybe I'll rectify that. But no matter what we do, we may change the format of, hey, I'm on camera or this or that. But I'll always give you guys the honest takes. And I'm glad you guys, enjoy what I have to say. I'm thankful that you guys show up every day. And in the new year, when we're at Star Wars Celebration, I hope to meet each and every one of you that can make the trip because it's going to be so much fun. Like, I think there's more buzz around the Fandom Menace meetup than the actual Star Wars Celebration. Like, yay, we bought Star Wars Celebration tickets. Excellent. Also, we're going to go meet the people that really love this show and put, faces to screen names and all that stuff. So thank you, Alec Munoz. I will have a great Christmas, and I'm glad you guys enjoy the content. I enjoy making it. Like I said, I'm the luckiest dude in the world. Wouldn't change a thing. I mean, I could go into Christmas this year and tell everybody. Like last year, I was like, oh, I'm going to hit 10,000 subscribers. People are like, oh, that's really cool. This year, it's like, yeah, I blew past that, almost to 80. I mean, I've traveled, I've met people, I've made friends with, big DC comic book artists and other YouTubers and got, 80,000 people essentially that listen to the show. Like, I could go on about that, but I don't want to. I want to, keep it cool, play it cool. When we get to 1 million, everyone's gonna fucking know. I'm gonna ride down the street. I'm gonna buy a brand new car. It's gonna say I got 1 million YouTube subscribers on it. People be like, oh my god, look at that S car go. I'm sorry. I watched that movie the other night. So it looks like the stream's back. Let's see. Okay, I'm back. All right, Chewbacca, fan 0824 the Virgin. Oh my god, that's Coconut Jeff level shit. Merry Christmas, Jeff. Episode 9 is going to be great. Hey, if you enjoy it, more power to you, my friend. You're welcome on this channel, in this community. You don't have to have the same thing. This isn't Star Wars shill community. But if we can entertain you and you were excited for that movie and you're being honest, I think you're, just being sarcastic, and that's fine. I enjoy the humor. But if you're genuinely pumped for this movie, man, no problem. Just have fun. That's all I gotta say. Let's see. Where are we at? What up, Kendo? What did I miss, Kendo? You missed a lot, man. Okay, so I'm back. Let's see here. Tim Riggs, what's up, man? Again, thank you very much. Disney needs to stop practicing necromancy and not have Leia in Episode 9. Tarkin was pushing it that far, no further. I thought Tarkin looked like shit. I thought Leia in Rogue One looked like shit. I'm a big fan of those characters. I have a Grand Moff Tarkin figure when I was a kid, the Power of the Force 2 ones. See, around 97, quick detour, they started to slim down the characters. Like, they came out buff, and I get it. But around 97, they slimmed him down. So I remember getting a Luke Skywalker in a multi-pack with Uncle Owen and a dusty, dirty C-3PO. And Luke wasn't buff anymore. So I stopped playing with my buff Luke, and I had a buff Han Solo and buff Chewbacca. But then around 99, I upgraded my Han Solo to the Comtech toy, and then so on and so forth. I'm sorry, I can't believe I gotta stop talking about fucking toys. It controls my life at this point. But, oh, hey, Cecil. What's up, man? Is Cecil awake? Like, awake? Let's see. I feel like I should invite Cecil on and Kendo. Cecil, Kendo, do you guys want to join me? I mean, we're having a great show, but I feel like you guys could join us and have some fun. The Millennium Flamingo. Okay, Kendo wants to join. Does Cecil want to join? I'm waiting for your response, Cecil. I'm not going to be offended if you say no, but Cecil just says hello on Merry Christmas. Come on, Cecil. Do it. The people need Cecil. Let's see. Cecil. We're waiting. No response. While we wait for Cecil. What's good for the goose is good for the Cecil. Yeah, gotta love Cecil. Folks, let's get Cecil's YouTube channel to, what do we got? We got 77,000 and change, or coming. We have 77,000 with our secret subscribers. Let's help Cecil get to 10. I'm always happy to take a load of Cecil in the morning, says Tim Riggs. Oh my God, I love it so much. The Ballroom Photographer, cool name. Thank you very much. Merry Christmas, Jeff. I recently, from BYU, I listened to the show while doing homework. Now I listen before I head to work. Keep up the good work. So you graduated from, was it Brigham Young University? One of my college professors went there. The guy that taught me, okay, so I took a comic book class in 2009. Yeah, that would be my second year of college. Oh, wait, no. It would have been my sophomore year, which was 08-09, but it was the second semester, so it would have been 2009. You know, previously, that was like my favorite time in life because I was carefree. I was doing what I wanted to do, lots of friends, all kinds of partying and stuff. I'm happier now, honestly. But that teacher was cool. So I hope you got a good job out of college, man. I know, like for me, I couldn't really find what I wanted to do in life. So I kind of bounced around. I did some comics. I still do comics. By the way, folks, I finally got our envelopes. So I'm going to be stuffing envelopes and shipping out your early bird certificates. So you guys will be getting those. It may be a day or two after Christmas, but they're done. They're paid for. They're going to be shipped out to you. I'd like to thank everybody for back and stealing. So that's another huge success. It's another huge success. Have I ever thought about playing a game of D&D? I'm curious to see what you guys would come up with. I could get the other. We'll take some channel money and we'll get a board game. And when we all get together around Horror Hound, maybe we'll film. One of the nights we'll try to film us playing a game and put it on YouTube. We'll get like one of those spinner things and the camera will come around and we'll have some fun with it. I don't play. Let's see. So Cecil will be home in a couple of minutes. He'll be on then. Okay. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to leave you for a second because my headphones are in my other room. I always take them to listen to a podcast to go to bed. This week it's Eric Bischoff. So if you'll allow me 1 minute of radio dead air, I'll be back, and then I'll send the link to Cecil. I'll send the link to Kendo, and we'll close out this show with a lot of fun nonsense. So just give me a moment. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Sorry for leaving you, folks. Now let's send the link over to Kendo and Cecil, and we'll have some fun this morning. While we wait, I don't know how long we have to wait for. What do we want to talk about? This is fresh air. You know, it's funny. I used to listen to NPR. Hey, I don't know if he's listening right now, but one of our friends of the channel, a buddy named Darren, it's his birthday today, folks. So let's give Darren a big shout out. Happy birthday, Darren. You know who you are, man. Darren's one of the dudes that sends us a lot of information to hook us up to help out the channel. So, man, enjoy your birthday. You're in a different part of the world, so you've been enjoying your birthday for a good long while. But have some fun, man. That's what I can tell you guys. Have fun. Life is too short to just be bogged down with crap. So let's see. Kendo got the link. Tim Riggs, thank you very much. Don't get a physical board game. Get Tabletop Simulator on Steam. Total Biscuit recommended and used it on live stream. Oh, rest in peace, Total Biscuit. That's the guy that passed away, right?
Yes.
There you go, Kendo. What's up? We could get a digital. Nick's got a powerful computer. We could do that. Would you play Kendo?
I love board games.
All right, cool. I wanted to get Millennial Monopoly for the Christmas party to do a stream, but it was $90 because everyone bought it and was trying to resell it for Christmas. Yeah, I love this channel. I'm not going to allow myself to spend $90 on a product that's $29.
Yeah, I was just say I have a pretty cavalier attitude about what we would spend the channel money on. That's one of the times I'm gonna be like, just think of what else we could do with that 90. That's like a couple of rounds of drinks for us at Horror Hound, stuff like that. There's other things we could spend that $90 on besides Millennial Monopoly.
Let's be honest. For the people that come out and visit us in person, we usually buy them snacks.
That's true.
But yeah, Tim, I'll check that out. Let me take a screenshot of your super chat because it would help probably with the screen recording, and we have a much better thing instead of trying to spin a table and do all this crap. The last board game I ever considered getting into was Star Wars X-Wing back in 2013, maybe, but it was just too pricey back then. I had no, I was broke dick back then, so I gotta give a shout. Everyone's going happy birthday to our buddy Darren. You know Darren.
Yeah, is he in the chat?
I don't know if he's in the chat, but it's his birthday. We're Facebook friends.
Yeah, I'm Facebook with him too. I was gonna happy birthday, Darren. I'll bist you. He knows what that means. I speak his language.
Now, people are asking if we're going to do a Silent Night, Deadly Night stream on Christmas Eve. Folks, I will not be doing any streams. Our last stream of the year, guaranteed stream, will be Monday's Good Morning Pop Culture. So for a lot of people that are going to be spending the Monday as a holiday doing your own thing, this might be your last show that you hear us live for a little bit. Show is going to basically take a Christmas break. I'm going to pump out some videos so the channel isn't dormant while I'm gone because I hate doing that. But there won't be any Christmas streams because with scheduling, Nick's out of town. Kendo's got to work. Dion's got some family stuff he's got to take care of because, he's the head of 2 households, essentially. We won't be able to do that. But I listened to a show called The Sausage Factory. It's a channel called The Sausage Factory. You guys should give them a shout out. They're good dudes. They're a horror podcast. But last night they had Eric Freeman, a.k.a. Garbage Day, on their show. So I'm going to ask Eric Freeman if he'll join our show. We have a big audience, and I'd love to have that dude on. Now, when I get some people like that, even if you've never heard of them, come check it out with us. People like that are a lot of fun. The people in the horror community, you think, I hate horror movies. That's fine. You can hate them. But the actors that are in 1 or 2 movies and then disappear have a much more interesting life than people give them credit for. So we'll have them on next year.
I am willing to live tweet Silent Night, Deadly Night on Christmas Eve.
There you go. Hey, wait. You're an admin over on the Facebook page, right?
I'm a moderator.
Yeah, I was saying, I'll make you an admin too. I was like, why don't you just do what you used to do? You used to do live shows on Facebook.
Yeah,
but yeah, live tweet it out, man. People want to hang out with you guys or us.
Yeah, I mean, I can go live on Facebook. I've done that before.
Yeah, you could always do that and sync it up. There's a way to do watch parties on Facebook. I just don't know how to do it yet. But once I figure that out, because I did a watch party of the original Halloween on Halloween, surprisingly enough.
Yeah.
So, Kendo, last night we did our year-end review show. We actually have more viewers watching now than we did last night. There was a lot of stuff going on, football games and shit like that. So is there anything we didn't get to talk about last night that you want to mention today?
Trying to think. I thought we got through pretty much everything. I know with when we were doing our best of, we were going to do movies, games, and TV shows. I'm kind of glad we didn't get to the TV shows because I don't really watch a whole lot of television other than, like, if I'm watching television, there's a chance it's either a sporting event a documentary or murder porn on ID. So that's a South Park reference for anybody not paying attention. So I was really scrambling to come up. Like South Park made my top like 5 shows of the year only because that's one of the only shows I actually religiously make sure I watch each week when it comes out.
I don't watch anything on TV. I'm not trying to sound cool or hip. I'll look at my local news and that's about it.
Yeah, I don't even do the local news. Like I said, South Park, Last Man Standing. I've always really liked that show because I love Tim Allen, and they brought it back. I was super excited for that, and we really got into it. There's a show that was on NBC called Trial and Error. They had a season of it like last season. It was like a 9 or 10 episode thing, and it had starred John Lithgow. And it was awesome. It was good. The second one was all right. It wasn't as good as the first one, but that's because we're lacking a John Lithgow. But now we got something even better.
We do. We have a Cecil.
We have a Cecil.
Hello.
Cecil.
What's up, Cecil?
Merry Christmas, everyone. I had to go.
Christmas to you too.
I was at a Christmas party last night, and I had to leave my car, and I had to now just get a ride to go pick it up.
I love parties like that, dude.
Hey, that's responsibility. We applaud that.
Yeah, man.
Also, I couldn't find my car last night.
Well, that helps too.
Yeah, tonight I was supposed to do a Rakita Law like whiskey drinking thing, but I'm gonna have to bail, I think, because I have a house Christmas party to go to tonight, and I have a rule. You probably have rules like this too, Jeff and Kendo. You can't let like online stuff knock out your real life stuff.
To a degree.
Yeah.
Sometimes I was like over the summer, especially I'd be on like a boat or somewhere and I'd be checking my Twitter and people like, what the hell are you doing? I'm like, I gotta be in the moment. Like, you know, kind of like, so I tried to stop that. So now I don't, that takes priority. Real life always takes priority. So if I have a real life. Yeah.
Also, I was gonna say, I'll make sure I go to the gym every day around 2:00. Other than that, I'm like Jeremy. I'm always in front of this damn computer. Like I'm looking forward to Christmas so I can just sit on a couch and drink some wine and relax.
Well, that's why you guys have 100,000 followers. I have 5,800.
See, so let's get a turn around for you because when we talk about comic book stuff, I'm going to have you on more often. Because the other guys like comics, but I like it. One, the crowd wants you. Like if we mention the name Cecil, the chat lights up. Cecil.
We don't even have to mention Cecil's name. Somebody in the chat can say something like, just pop in randomly and go, "Who's Cecil?" and run off, and the chat will go nuts for Cecil.
All right, I'm an underground sensation,
which is fine because we love you.
All right.
It's a holiday. We should have a Christmas with Cecil every year now. So there we go, folks. First annual Cecil Christmas right here on World Class Bullshitters.
You're going to do Tuesday night, right?
No, a Monday morning I'm going to have this show because here's the thing. You're talking about real life stuff. On Good Morning Pop Culture, it's a lot more open. I don't just strictly stick to a script or anything like that. I helped my grandma do some Christmas like organizing for this year's Christmas party with our family. So I've been busy with that. And then when it comes time to it, I'm just going to enjoy it. The people will get videos, but they won't hear from me live for a little bit. So Monday morning's my last show of the year like this.
You guys have any like New Year's plans?
I go out of town every year to visit Dion up in Michigan. So I'm going to be away from World Class Bullshitters headquarters from the 28th until the 2nd or 3rd. And so whenever I get back, we'll do a podcast that day, like the World Class Bullshitters podcast, and then we'll let that ride through the weekend, and then I'll be back on Monday with Good Morning Pop Culture.
Nice. What about you, Kendo? You going anywhere?
For New Year's? Now I got to work on New Year's Eve and day from like 8 or 9 in the morning until the afternoon. So I probably won't do much on New Year's. And then the next day after that's my birthday. So that's really my big New Year's party thing is the annual Kendo's birth celebration extravaganza.
You're January 2nd?
I am, sir.
All right. Happy birthday.
Well, thank you. So that first episode back, Jeff, can be the Kendo birthday celebration extravaganza episode on World Class Bullshitters.
Oh yeah. I'm going to send you something for your birthday / Christmas. I've been looking for something that I know you want. So Be prepared.
All right.
I got
I'm looking
something for
forward
Nick.
to it.
I got something for Nick too. I got something for Dion as well. But
Cocoa nut.
I got a coconut. No. Well, Nick doesn't listen right now. Well, I'll tell you off air what I'm going to get him.
That's fine. That's fine.
Because the thing I got
And
for
then you
Dion,
tell Cecil what you got me.
I will tell Cecil what I got you. You're going to want it. I'll put it like that. The thing I got you, you're going to go, oh my God. You're going to probably want to hang it on your wall.
If anybody wants to buy me anything, my size is bourbon.
I'll
will
buy the
say
first
this.
couple rounds of drinks when we meet Cecil.
No, yeah, I was gonna say if I know for a fact we're meeting Cecil, I'm definitely gonna go buy myself a nice bottle of booze to show up to greet him with and be like, "Here, let's go drink this."
He's not
Is
going
that
to
what
New
you said?
York, but I will be there.
What's the day you're gonna be there?
Oh, April. I'll give you the exact date
Oh, April.
later on. It'll be early April. It's the week before Star Wars Celebration.
Yeah, the first weekend of April.
Oh yeah, I will definitely meet you. We'll go out and have some drinks, get some food.
Yeah, you can meet Dion as well. The people in the chat are like, oh my God, this is like inside baseball, with the High Council.
Yeah, I'm suddenly once again really, really gonna mull that option of flying up there for that just one day because there was that whole Bond Museum thing, and I'm like, fuck, now I can probably do it now where I'm at with my situation and working wise. Maybe I'll fly in for the day. Now I think I absolutely have to.
Well, I mean, Dion, Dan, and Joel and myself are going to cover the hotel. So, I mean, if you want to just stay with us for a day or two, there's no fee associated. All you got to do is get there and pay for your own food. Everything else is covered.
Flights from St. Louis to Newark, they have them regularly because I've used that a lot of times when I was skipping over to England. I would fly through Newark.
I have a question for you. Do I break kayfabe or do I wear the Dom DeLuise costume around Manhattan that day?
Oh, dude, you have to wear the costume. You can break kayfabe to us, but
No one would.
we're out in public.
Listen, I've lived in Manhattan. No one would even blink. I could probably go to most restaurants in that costume and no one would care.
If you want to do it, man, we'll do a live stream with you in the whole costume and we'll shoot the shit.
Well, that's the only way we could do it with my face on. So,
Yeah.
Let me think about this. Okay. Yeah, why not?
2019 is going to be an incredible year. Cecil, we're going to help you get to 50,000 subscribers.
Yes.
Oh, wow. The numbers keep going up exponentially. You just said 10 a few minutes ago, and I was thrilled.
Well,
Now it's 50.
I was gonna say, what's
I'm telling
Cecil
you.
doing on Christmas Eve?
Family stuff, man. Cecil's got
Yeah.
1,000,001 family members.
Yeah, I do. It's a big family night. And I have
Yeah, our family, I come from like a German family, so it's my grandma had 7 kids. And so, most of those kids had grandkids, and some of those grandkids already have kids that are like 22 years old. So my family ranges from grandma's 94, and the youngest is 13? Oh no, shit. Technically my cousin just had a baby, so 6 months old, something like that. So yeah, my family has a lot of people in a big age gap.
Yeah, I have tons of nieces and nephews, like a lot under 12, so it's like a big deal. When you have little kids around, that's when it's like a big, it's Christmas is like more fun.
You see, yeah, I agree with that. But we're in a weird place where most of the people are adults, so everyone just brings a gift card to exchange, but we all like to eat and drink, so it's a fun time.
Oh, that's good. If you have a bunch of drinkers, then it's fun no matter what.
Oh yeah.
Now, that's why I go to New Year's, though, Cecil, up in Michigan, because I will go up with Dion, and Dion and I like to party, even though we're, getting past our party days from college. We're still able to, pull out a couple of those days each year. And we're actually hosting, his sister's hosting a party. It's going to be a big deal this year. So, Kendo, expect a lot of pictures.
That's fine. I will be available in the evening, so feel free to pictures, phone calls, whatever.
Now, you broke 30 this year, right, Jeff?
Correct.
All of a sudden, you're going to start feeling those like hangovers like you never felt them before.
Well, dude, I'll tell you this. I went to a Christmas party last week, and I drank. And the next day, I felt every muscle in my body. I was like, oh, my God, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So I just was terrible.
You're like, oh, yeah, alcohol is poison. That's right.
Yeah.
You feel it. The trick is to not really stop drinking for extended periods of time. And then I figured it all out.
Yeah.
There's a way to do it. I work in my lab. And yeah, if you never take more than 2 days off from drinking, you can avoid all that.
That's why I'm not looking forward to getting to age 30 because I don't want to have to go through all that stuff.
It happens. It happens. All of a sudden, you're just. Are you over 30? Is that a joke?
No, not at all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Bullshit, Kendo, Mister. I'm almost 40.
Whoa! Let's walk that one back. I am not almost 40.
35.
Yes, I'm almost 35.
Okay, that's
you're
closer to
almost
40 than
35.
anybody else.
So you're still closer to 30 than you are to 40. But the day after you turn 35, you're closer to 40 than you are to 30.
Well, that's a semantics thing.
No, it's not. That's
how
math.
time works.
It's a math thing. It has nothing to do with the misinterpretation of a word.
We had a
Agree to
super chat
disagree.
rolling a couple minutes ago from the American Mythos. Thank you much. Do you know the YouTube video, The Last Jedi, the musical? The Last Jedi's failure helped world-class bullshitters by producing a great foil for discussion and ideas. Merry Christmas.
I'm not a big fan of musicals to begin with, let alone if that was a musical.
What, Star Wars?
The Last Jedi.
Let's do The Last Jedi. I'm crashing my ship to save what I love. Yeah, let's do that. I'm writing it. It writes itself.
No, American Mythos, I'm glad we are the discussion place. You know, people come here and have the discussion. A lot of places want to shut it down. I remember trying to go on a YouTube channel in the comments section during a live stream to have a discussion about Spider-Man Homecoming, and the dude tried to, shut it down. I was like, what the fuck, man? That's kind of douchey.
I think if we could write the musical for The Last Jedi, it would be really good. It would be like a the producers type moment where it would end up being just a smashing success.
Yes.
Because we would do such a great job. Like we'd have a song about green walrus milk or something like that, and people dancing around with like little bottles shaking it and the green walrus milk spilling around and everything. We would end up doing shit like that to highlight the flaws of the movie, and it would end up being like a humongous success, like in The Producers, where he tries to write the worst musical ever and it becomes a smash success.
I think it will be. I have lots of ideas already. I would like to see like Rose character, doing like a solo with a spotlight on her after she sees Finn, and she's in love with him. She'd love at first sight, and then she sings, "I stunned you because you stunned me first."
There we go.
That would be like the heart wrenching song of the. Yeah, I have a lot of good ideas for this.
Cecil, we're going to commission you next year to make this happen.
Sea Monster Booby Milk will be the like big dance number.
There we go. Yeah.
Party
and then
boob.
we'll have a very good callback, Jeff. We'll have a musical where it's I hate my uncle, and it's Kylo Ren versus like Luke Skywalker, like dueling dance line numbers.
You cut out there for a minute. What'd you say?
I said one of our big ones can be where we have Kylo Ren and Luke Skywalker dueling dance line numbers.
Yeah, we could. Oh, there's so many good.
Yeah.
How about you're doing bad in school, so I should kill you in your sleep?
Yeah, something like that. You were having dark side thoughts. I was just dreaming.
See, so we should make a point together to get together next year and like work on these and do like those greatest hits commercials that you used to see on TV back in the 90s, like 1995 for 2 CDs or 2 compact discs or whatever they would say, cassettes. Like we should do it where we come up with like 20 seconds of a song and then have a narrator go, and you also missed the classic, you're doing bad in school, so I must kill you, and then just like have like play it and have like clips of the movie and have like lines. We're doing that next year. That's going to be our thing. If anyone steals it, come to your house, kick you in the nuts. Cecil, you should be the narrator too.
Okay. I'm always around. I can do whatever the hell you need me to do.
Fantastic.
By the way, let's give a quick shout out to our buddy Dr. Coffin Nails. It's his birthday today. So
Happy
Dr.
birthday.
Coffin Nails, we met you. Thank you for the Halloween CD, and thank you for being a big fan of World Class Bullshitters and the High Council. So hopefully you're off work today and you just enjoy your day, man. I know you got a family, but take a couple moments for yourself. Have an extra beer. Eat a bigger steak. Do something fun.
What's his name? Dr. Coffin?
Dr. Coffin Nails.
Dr. Coffin Nails. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Dr. Coffin Nails. Happy birthday to you.
Woo! You made
Now
it,
it's a
Dr.
party.
Coffin Nails. You got a Cecil happy birthday song.
Yeah.
Alpha Terra Nemo says, make a porn parody too while you're at it.
We could, but I just
That's
don't want to
what you
film
wish
that much. I don't want to film that much live dong.
Yeah, that's Nick's job. He's done it before. He'll do it again.
I'll write the script and Nick can do the filming because I don't want to be on set those days. Unless it's like the Ray and Rose love scenes, then I will definitely go watch those.
I think that'd be a lot of fun just to write them. And like, I'll do the storyboards. I'm like, all right, Nick, and then we're going to need you to get up in this angle.
Yeah.
We're going to need to see the hemorrhoids in live action.
Oh,
Yeah. Be like, we need you to get really down low underneath that dude's gooch because we have to see the swinging. The worst angle whatsoever in movies, in porn movies. We have to make Nick film those regularly.
It's a Kendo Slice original.
Yeah.
it's 10 a.m. everyone on the East Coast. I hope you're enjoying this shit. Now, what were
Yeah, we were
hemorrhoids.
close it out at 10 o'clock, but I'm going to go a little longer because I think we're having a pretty good discussion. You know,
Oh,
we're
yeah.
loving the Christmas talk.
We're getting to the meat of it.
Yeah. I love meat, a nice box of Christmas meat, but I never said you had a job. If anyone can tell me what movie that's from, I'll be very impressed.
Spider-Man.
Yeah,
First
damn it.
one.
Yeah, damn it. See, so I forgot you're good at this shit.
If there's
That
if there's no
that
way
was-
to make, if there's no way to make money from it, I know it.
Yeah. You know what though? I used to say to myself and people, if I could find a way to use my knowledge of popular culture to like make myself, you know, popular and make money, I'd be very successful. Well, we
Really?
found a way.
You little-
Yeah. It's a work in progress.
Yeah.
Continuing progress.
It's the best part of it. The journey's the best part, man. Once you made it, it's over.
Yeah. It's fun.
Yeah, everybody
Uh,
loves going to the airport. Who likes getting to the island?
Well, I don't believe me. Eventually, we'll go to the island, Kenda. We'll buy our own island.
I completely agree and cannot wait for that. It'll be like the end of Trading Places every day.
Lobster, extra primo good, Mr. Lewis, sir. He just runs off.
Yeah.
I want that little guy.
I love when people are like, you get bored of that after a while. It's like, no, you don't. You don't.
No, you don't.
Not having to worry about, oh shit, can I pay my current car insurance? No, it's nice to know that you can pay your car insurance and live on an island for a while. Fuck, I don't even need a car.
Yep.
Why am I paying car insurance?
That's when people are like, oh, money can't buy you happiness. I'm like, you want to find out how much you're willing to give me to see this experiment in action?
Like if Bill Gates told me straight up, money doesn't make you happy, I'm like, Bill, give me $1 billion. You'll never see a frown on my fucking face again.
Yeah, I'll be the happiest motherfucker you've ever seen.
People are like, Jeff, are you having a good day? The greatest. Like that's all I'll be able to say every day.
I'll be having so much fucking fun. I'll be whistling zippity doo out of my asshole.
Uh-oh.
We need a plastic surgery to get the smiles off our fucking faces.
Right.
Yeah.
If Bill Gates gave me $1 billion, I would use I don't know $1 million of that to fly around the country and meet everybody that we could for the show. I'm like, we're going to be in Saskatchewan at the local Tim Hortons, and we're going to be there for 2 hours. And if you can make it, great. If not, we're just going to eat Tim Hortons and fly to another part of the country.
Yeah, we'll do like a 50 states in 50 days thing that actually takes like 6 months because who really just wants to stay in one place for one day?
No. Well, I mean, unless we're in like Louisville, then we can go.
Would you trade places
Yeah.
with Bill Gates right now? Do you think he's having fun?
I would, because here's what I would do. I would trade places with him, and then I'd wire my bank account $1 billion, and then when I traded places back, I'd have $1 billion.
No,
Yeah,
I mean, do you think he's having fun like every day? I mean, I don't see a lot of hope low in that guy's daily life. He's really ruining it.
He's had the same wife, Melinda Gates. So I mean, he has that's one thing about a lot of these super rich people is they have a pretty solid, like marriage. So that's safe. It's not like his wife's going to leave him one day to try to take half of his money. So I guess that's a nice safety blanket he has. But yeah, man, there's no cocaine and blow, or cocaine and hookers. So
Yeah, I mean, he's drilling wells in Africa. Bring a book. Boring.
I would see if I was Bill Gates when they were building the Xbox thing, I would be like, I'm going to test every game personally, and then probably get bored of that real quick. But then I'm going to do something else.
Yeah,
Like George Lucas is probably having the time of his life doing nothing.
Probably.
He got 4 billion, didn't he?
Yeah, he's worth 5.1. Dude, if you look at all the money he's given away, he'd be worth like $16 billion.
Yeah, he looks like a bum walking around Northern California by the vineyards. He looks like
I would have no hesitation to walk up to George Lucas and talk to him, though.
Although I do enjoy that he dresses around like a bum. If I were him, I would take it like one step further. I would just walk around in a robe and slippers.
The dude?
Yeah. Just fuck it. Like, I don't need to even get out of bed. Like, you know.
Oh yeah, dude. When you got that much money, you can do whatever the hell you want, guy. I mean, you can dress like a slob because you've got, as Virgil would call it, fuck money
and meat sauce.
That's right. He's got all that fuck money and meat sauce. He can do whatever the hell he wants. Walk around in a robe and slippers. Hell, walk around just in his underwear. No one's gonna say anything.
I would be like, George, can we interview you? I'm not getting dressed. I don't care.
That's fine. That's fine.
We'll live stream it. I'll be like, yeah, and now here's George Lucas in his boxer shorts. Hello, everyone.
The famous cock and balls interview with Lucas.
Yeah.
Now he seems like a pretty cool dude. That's all I could say. He seems.
Yeah, I don't think he would even want to talk about Star Wars at all. He seems like he's done.
I think though, if you talk to him about what they've done in the right setting, if you could not build up, if you wouldn't run up and say, Mr. Lucas, can we talk about how bad Disney's treating Star Wars? I don't think he would say much. But if you guys were in the middle of a conversation and you weaved it in slowly and slyly, I definitely think you could get him to say how he truly feels. And it's probably not the most positive PR friendly thing.
Well, listen, I mean, he has an ego. He listened to, he was praised for his first 3. Then he was lambasted for his next 3. And then Disney took over. I mean, he's got to enjoy watching them destroy it. And now people being like, oh, the prequels were pretty good, actually. He's got to be enjoying this. I mean,
I'm sure.
And he's getting paid bank. And watching people like who said Lucas fucked it up. Now they're like, people like, please bring him back. I mean, that's great for your ego, no?
Oh, yeah. I wish him the best. That's all I can say.
Yeah, good for him.
Let's see. Salvador sent in another super chat who said, to add to my chat earlier, my toy channel goes live in January. Anytime you want to come on to discuss toy/history, you're more than welcome. Well, Salvador, I have a set schedule with the channel, but when you're recording, and if I'm not doing shit, I'll gladly. Or if you want to sit down and do a couple things at once and stretch it out, I'd love to be on to talk about toys and collectibles, and we'll promote it here on the channel. I'll be like, hey, guys, I'm on this channel talking about toys with our buddy Salvador. Check them out, blah, blah, blah. And, it can help you grow your channel that way, man. Anybody that needs help, man, just come to us. We're going to help Cecil. We'll help all kinds of people. YouTube's a great community if you know the right people.
Cecil Says on YouTube.
Yeah, let me put that link in the chat real quick for everybody. It was funny. I had to make sure that it was the real Cecil in the chat, and then I was like, oh, it is the real Cecil. Now I got to get him on the show. Because there's been some
fake Cecil is in here with us also.
Oh, well, I'm glad the real one's here too.
Kendra, that was you for a while, right? Hello?
I think he went to get something to drink real quick.
Oh, but it was him, right? Doing fake Cecil a couple months ago?
Oh, yeah. Kendo's like one of the biggest Cecil enthusiasts out there.
I love Cecil.
Well, I'm glad it was you, pretending to be me a few months ago, because I wasn't sure if it was me.
Oh, yeah, that was just like a massive troll job. It was one of those things. It wasn't trolling you. It was trolling the listeners, like the people in the comments, because it was during that time where there was like a huge influx of Cecil on the YouTubes, and people were like desperate for Cecil and like constantly asking us to have Cecil on. They're like, have Cecil on the show, have Cecil on the show. Like right before we went live, I was like, I'm gonna have fun with this. And I did that. And then I didn't say anything for like a good couple minutes, but people could see the icon down in the corner and they were like going ape shit. And then they found it wasn't actually Cecil. And then
I think we lost like 50 people watching.
Yeah, and then they went ape shit again in reverse, and it was highly entertaining.
Yeah, we have fun with the people. I really wish I had the time to look back at everything awesome that happened in 2018, but there's just no way.
Well, I'm like Santa, Kendo. I can't be everywhere, so you were like Cecil's little helper.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm willing to be a Cecil's helper.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's the thing.
Is this the real Cecil?
Yeah, tug on my beard.
Is Mara Wilson going to help you find the true meaning of Cecil?
Yes. Maybe, you know what, Jeff? One day, maybe if and when that sketch show comes along, we should have a Cecil sketch, like where Cecil's this mythical creature and people are dressing up and impersonating Cecil, like a Sasquatch or something.
A Sam Squanch?
Yeah, like a Sam Squanch. Cecil is on that level of mythos.
We will have a sketch show. We just need to figure out when and where we can make it, because we could come up with shit. We have millions of ideas that we never talk about.
Dr. Meeple said ketamine is Cecil's little helper.
That's also true. Dude, I will say this, though. That one time where Cecil and I did that impromptu stream where he was going live in the middle of the night and I jumped on there with him.
Yeah, that was still like 2 or 3 in the morning. And
every once in a while to this day, listeners will still be like, dude, that stream that you and Cecil did was great.
I think we talked about wrestling.
We did.
I wish I would have been on that one. I'd love to talk about wrestling, but our community sadly doesn't want to hear us talk about it. Oh, well.
Yeah, this community has dropped a big leg across Jeff's heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? They dropped people's elbow.
Oh, well, Cecil would appreciate when we were there for your birthday doing live streams, Dion and I's impromptu classic Hulk Hogan matches that were taking place in the background randomly.
I was drinking on that day, and I was counting down Stealing Solo. I was like, oh, man, it's my birthday. It's Stealing Solo. I got so many things to focus on right now.
Yeah, so to break the tension, Dion and I would reenact a 1980s Hulk Hogan match. So I'd be Hulk Hogan. Dion would be random foreign heel. And we would do it to a T. Like, he'd get the upper hand, and then suddenly I would, start hulking up, and eventually there would just be the big boot, leg drop, 1, 2, 3, Hulkmania rules, brother.
There's that video I put
on Volkov.
Sure, yes. Dion could have been Nikolai Volkov.
They had there was a guy a couple years, maybe he's still wrestling. He was like the bad Russian also.
Oh, Rusev.
Oh, Rusev. Yeah, that was him.
He's still around, thankfully.
Yes, very over with the crowd. Like he had a very good year with people. The crowd was really behind him with the Rusev Day chants. Jeff, even when we were down in New Orleans, walking down Bourbon Street, there was constant Rusev Day chants.
Oh, wow.
And, but being, Vince McMahon in the WWE, they did absolutely nothing with him because,
like, if you look at the history of wrestling going back to the 50s, as soon as the Cold War started, there was always a major bad guy wrestler that was Russian, and they were wildly popular. I mean, there was a whole, group of them.
Yeah.
And the 80s had Nikolai Volkov, and then, the fall of the Soviet Union in 89 killed that whole thing. And now with Putin, they definitely should do it again.
Well, they kind of did, because Rusev's actually Bulgarian. So he was always the Bulgarian brute. And then they tried to capitalize on the Russian thing and turn him into like a Russian hero. But I forgot exactly what it was, but some kind of tension happened between the U.S. and Russia a few years ago, and that just quietly went away, and he went back to being just like Bulgarian.
What, he was actually causing tensions between the United States?
No. Something between the United States and Russia happened, like Putin and Obama got pissed at each other over something.
Yeah, but so that's the best time to keep a Russian character.
Right, you would think so, but Vince decided to,
Obama said, listen, you gotta tone it down. There might be a nuclear war over Rusev.
Yeah, the red bat phone at WWE headquarters was ringing, and Obama was on it like,
no, if anything, the tensions is what brought that he should totally be the Russian. Why did they make him Bulgarian? Bulgarian brute?
Well,
I think he's just legitimately from Bulgaria, so that's why they did.
He is legitimately a Bulgarian.
I don't think any of the wrestlers from the 50s, 60s, 70s, or 80s were actually Russian at all. That was just their gimmick.
No, just like the Native American wrestlers, Chief Jay Strongbow.
Yeah. Sheik was from Iran.
Yes, he was.
Iran #1.
Did you watch his documentary?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. The Ric Flair one, too. It was weird, that 30 for 30 they did for Ric Flair. I caught that on an afternoon on local TV. Wrestling documentaries are better than half the wrestling you can watch. I love those stories.
Oh, yeah. They're way better than anything you're going to deal with. I don't know what it is.
Our humble be Brian Blair. I'll fuck him in the ass.
Yeah. Break his back.
Make him humble.
Yeah.
Hey,
dude,
Tap and Die. Tap and Die says the super chat says, "Get Cecil to read a chapter from My Immortal." Not today, Cecil. Not today, Tap and Die, but we'll definitely look at. We're cool with Cecil, always are, always have been. We'll get Cecil to do more of our. He'll get involved with us a little more in the new year. We'll get you to read a couple of things.
What is My Immortal?
All right, so Cecil, here's what I want you to do. Do you have any free time today?
I can read something. Is that you want me to read something?
No. If you want to know what My Immortal is, go back to listen to either episode 66, 97, or 99. And you'll get to hear what My Immortal is.
Wait, of your guys' show?
Yeah.
Episode 66.
Yeah, that's actually, 66 is part 1. And it was one of those like really wacky things where it was a complete throwaway episode where Jeff just recorded them reading this fan fiction. Okay, so essentially it's a fan fiction that was written, and it's Harry Potter Twilight mashup. It's like Harry Potter but vampires and stuff like that. It's very, very bad. And so it was a throwaway episode, but it became one of the most popular things on the channel.
Do they bang? Is it like a sex thing?
There is sex involved. Yes.
Okay, I'll read it.
Not to the level of A Nude Hope that we did earlier this year, but it's and maybe that's what we could do, Jeff. We could have a special like thing for the listeners where we read My Immortal with Cecil.
Okay,
we'll put it on. Yeah, we'll put it on there. We can make that happen next year.
I'm game.
Let's see. We had a couple other ones. We had let's see. Tim Riggs says, "I wouldn't make it 3 months. I'd die of a cocaine overdose surrounded by every 19 to 23-year-old hooker I could hire in Nevada."
I mean, if you got to go with a smile.
That's it. I mean,
my poor mom would be like, "Jeffrey, you're throwing your life away." I'm like, "Mom, you don't know what it's like."
I remember when the guy in the Who, John Entwistle, he was the bassist.
Yep.
He got into big money problems. The rest of the band didn't want to do a return tour, and he got them to do, as I think it was the early 2000s, and he got them to do a return tour to basically help him out. They did a tour, and they got to Hard Rock in Vegas, and he OD'd on coke in a room full of hookers. And then they had to go finish the tour without him.
Yeah.
I was like, that's it. How the fuck? That's it. You got money problems. You're a rock star. That's it. He went out perfect. We should all be so lucky.
Yeah, we're shooting for it.
That's why I'm happy and feel good about the fact that I have absolutely no interest in doing any type of drugs like that. So I won't ever have to worry about overdosing and dying in a room full of hookers. And if I die in a room full of hookers, it's due to a heart attack. So I've got that going for me.
So you'll probably have a heart attack because of all the sandwiches you'll eat.
Yeah, but they'll be good. They'll be higher quality sandwiches at that point. It won't just be, random shit thrown on some white bread or wheat bread. It'll be like high quality cuts of meat and cheese and things like that on whole grain bread. So
yeah,
they'll be healthier sandwiches.
Dr. Coffinail says, "Cecil, Jeff, and Kendo, thanks for making this one of the best birthdays ever."
You're welcome, sir.
Oh, you're absolutely welcome.
All credit.
We'll get your song next week, Kendo.
Thank you. Like I said, all credit to Cecil. If he wouldn't have showed up in chat, this wouldn't have happened.
Yeah. Cecil, you are life.
Yeah. As soon as he pops up, my immediate response was, "Oh shit, it's Cecil." And then everybody else, and then Jeff noticed it, and here we are.
Yeah, man. We want to have fun. We want to close out our year strong.
Oh yeah. Strong like bull.
Let's see. Oh, go ahead.
So Christmas Day is Tuesday, right?
Correct,
yes,
Mundo.
And then what about, are you guys doing a New Year's Day stream?
No, we won't be back to what was it, the 3rd, Kendo?
Yes, Thursday, January the 3rd, 20 and 19.
That's when we return.
All right, I'm gonna try to pop in, say hello.
Yep, I'll remind you. And anytime you want to join the podcast, if you're just bored, let me know. I'll always send you a link.
All right, cool.
Is Ethan really planning on doing the High Council on Tuesday?
And dude, after we went off air, we all said our goodbyes and said thanks for everything, and then that was it. I have not talked to him since that live night.
He did say it on air, but I wouldn't hold him to it. He has all those kids in the house, and he's having, I think his family's over now. His father's over. I don't think he'd be able to do that shit.
That's why I was wondering, because he's like, yeah, I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna do the show on Tuesday night. I'm like, you serious? I'll step in as a representative if I have to.
Yeah, do it.
I won't say nothing. I'll just sit there and be like, I don't like Star Wars.
You'll just be a lurker.
Yeah, I'll just be lurking on the show. Kendall, what are your thoughts on this? I don't like it.
That's what when he does some of Ethan's streams where he does the comic book streams and he has like 10 different artists in there. There's a lot of just lurkers who are there for the full 3 hours and they never say a word. I'm like, why are you bothering?
It's like getting front row seats, bro. You just have to be there.
Yeah.
The Brownsville station.
Yeah.
Me, I can't shut the fuck up. I don't know what that's like. That's why I don't. I get invited to hunt with my friends, but I cannot be quiet, and they want to kill me and throw me out of the tree stand and stuff because I'm like, all right, we're all hanging out. Let's, and they won't let me drink while we're shooting either. So, how is that? How is that fun to hunt? You can't talk or drink.
Yeah, I agree. I used to hunt with my dad and everything like that, but it's sitting out in the woods by yourself in the freezing cold. It's like, this is kind of boring.
And then when you do hit something, you got to cut its guts out.
Yeah, that part's a little messy, but you know what? You get some good food out of it.
Yeah. My friend shot a bobcat with an arrow last month.
Really?
Yeah.
How was it?
I wouldn't hunt bobcats because I don't know what they taste like, and I don't want to know.
No, he had it stuffed. But he broke its spine with one shot and killed it instantly.
Jeez.
And this is how PETA became angry at world-class bullshitters.
Savage Cecil?
No, I don't know. I do target shoot though, and I do trap shoot. And trap as in trap shooting. It's a style of shooting.
Yes.
Not never mind.
I know where he was going. All right, that's good. Good job, Cecil. That was a good one.
But I don't like shooting animals. Not because I won't eat animals or anything. It's just boring, and you have to be quiet.
Yeah.
Well, let me read a couple more super chats. First off, Alec Munoz says, Cecil, whatever happened to Lydia? She's still alive?
Lydia is alive. I got to do a follow up. She hurt herself and she couldn't get those boxes out of the attic. I have a follow up I could do with that. There's a lot of good stuff in that attic. Like if you're a major collector of comics, there's just a ton of stuff in there, and she wants me to take it.
Is there Amazing Spider-Man number 50?
I mean, there's boxes and boxes, long boxes up there.
I need to find somebody that wants to sell me one of those books for a reasonable price in decent condition. I'm not trying to get it for free, but I will buy one.
Amazing Spider-Man number 50? That's what you're looking for?
Well, I mean, I collect the entire run, and I need to go back and pick up the last couple years because I've left Marvel. But I'm about, last time I checked, I had 75% of the entire run. So I got most of them, obviously. I just am looking for the earlier issues, and that's one of the key issues I want. I mean, obviously, if somebody's like, you can get Amazing Spider-Man number 1 for the same price, or 50, I'm going to go with 1. But 50, just for the cover, and I love John Romita, it's one of the best looking issues ever, and that's, high on my list.
Do you own 129?
Is that Punisher?
Yeah.
No, I do own Death of Gwen Stacy. The earliest issue I have is probably, is it 16 or 19? Spidey Strikes Back. Whatever the one where he's swinging through the webs. You remember the old Spider-Man cartoon?
Yes.
Remember how they would cut out the picture Steve Ditko drew of him swinging directly into the camera, and they would zoom in?
That's the last part. He flies right into the camera.
Yeah, I have that issue that's from. That's, I think, the earliest one I have. I don't have my issues accessible. They're in a closet. But I have that, and then I got like decades worth of runs. Like I think I have almost every issue from the 90s. I mean, maybe missing 1 or 2. I got most of the 80s. I got 300, all the McFarlanes for the most part. A good chunk.
And now when Spider-Man 50, they did that storyline in Spider-Man 2 where he chucks the thing in the garbage can and he quits being Spider-Man.
Spider-Man no more. I mean, I'm pretty transparent with what I love in Spider-Man. It's that Romita Lee era. That's my shit.
All right, so here's my box of Spider-Man. I just opened up because it was sitting right here conveniently. Let's see, Marvel Secret Wars number 8, the first black suit.
I don't have that issue.
I have multiple copies of that issue. I was thinking about doing a contest with a Shreddy episode with that.
Yeah. So my earliest issue looks like it's number 30. Yeah, it's number 30, number 33, 44. I got some gems in here somewhere.
Is 44 the one where he's fighting the Shocker on the cover?
Let me look. Take a look. Number 44. He is fighting. It says, "Where crawls the lizard?"
Oh, I know. Is down in like the sewer? I think I got that issue. I don't know. Well, I never read it. I buy the Marvel Masterworks collections to check out, the issues. I don't like to touch my issues once I buy them. I know that sounds dumb, but they're old.
Number 113. Hang on to your webbing. Dr. Octopus is back. Let's see. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll call out really awesome ones as I come across them.
You could get all the Marvel Tales for pretty cheap. Those were the reprints they did in the 80s of all the 60s books.
Oh, yeah. I picked those up for about $1 at my local half-price bookstore. So, Cecil, when I graduated from high school, my mom says you can have money or you can have a party. So I picked money, and I spent most of my money on comic books.
Number 238.
What's on the cover?
It's the first appearance of the Hobgoblin.
Oh, I got that. I love the 80s Spider-Man. That's my favorite decade.
I really enjoyed that whole run with Hobgoblin, and I have all of those.
I think it's Roger Stern is the writer. Roger Stern's like the unsung Spider-Man hero. He doesn't get a lot of credit. Is it Roger Stern that wrote it? I'm looking it up right now. Yeah, Roger Stern.
Right before like Larson and McFarlane and.
Speaking of which, here's episode or number 298, the first McFarlane.
Yep. Got that.
299. Spider-Man number 300, special 25th anniversary issue, first appearance of Venom.
Well, technically no. He first fully appears in 299 because he pops out of the shadows to scare Mary Jane.
Anyway, I got that one too, so I'm good.
300 is the one that's worth the money, though.
Yeah, I've got 300.
I bought mine years ago.
Yeah, I bought mine probably 15 years ago, and it was like $20. It's in good shape too.
What are they going for these days?
I have no idea. I haven't.
A lot. People are spending hundreds of bucks.
Wow.
Let's see how much it goes for. Not Amazing Spider-Man number 3000. We'll never live to see that issue.
No.
Let's see.
Bunch of 300s.
$504 on My Comic Shop. $875 on Mercari.
Those are probably graded ones, though, right?
No, none of these are graded. The one for $875 is graded, but the one for $950 is not. $465 is not graded. I mean, if that book is worth that fucking much money, I paid $175 years ago. Lucky me.
Yeah, I got, like I said, mine was not very expensive at all. I was surprised by how cheap it was.
Hell of a deal.
Yeah. Somewhere in here, I've got the Maximum Carnage spot. There it is. I think, yep. Carnage Part 1, number 361, 362, 363. The whole Carnage storyline.
Did you guys see Venom? Because they ended it with Carnage at the very last scene.
I haven't seen it yet. I've wanted to, but I just have not had a chance to watch it.
I have not seen it. I'll probably watch it this weekend, actually. But why would Venom have the spider symbol on his chest if he never met Spider-Man?
I honestly don't think he does in this movie because I haven't seen the movie, but there's like a picture of the toy that came out with the movie, the only official Venom action figure you can get, and it's just all black. Maybe it's a cheap toy, I don't know, but it doesn't look like he has a spider on him.
Oh, maybe he does. Okay, that wouldn't make any sense. But I guess does he swing around like Spider-Man?
I don't know. I'm with you, man. I haven't seen the movie, and I have very little interest in seeing it.
I have a curiosity for it, but I mean, it's been out, it's been available, and I just, I'll see it when I see it.
Yeah, same here. Let's see. So we had a $5 super chat retracted. Thank you very much. Anyway, American Mythos says, Jeff, do you know the Jar Jar Abrams channel? There's a video of KK admitting she was a quota hire due to a lawsuit earlier in her career. I've heard about that. The American Mythos, was it Title IX, something like that? I have heard about that, but I hadn't seen the video. I'll take a screenshot of your super chat and watch it over the break.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I found my...
David...
No,
okay.
go Go ahead. I was just going to say, I found my Spider-Man anal number 21 where he marries Mary Jane.
I got that one right on my shelf. I got that real cheap. I love that issue. Now, which cover do you have? Where he's dressed as Peter Parker or he's dressed as Spider-Man?
Dressed as Peter Parker at the altar.
Okay, I have the Spider-Man version.
Well, la-di-da.
No, I think yours is the rarer one, actually.
Oh, well, all right. Go me.
I have the one in Spider-Man, which I always thought was weird. Like, why would he show up at his wedding in costume?
Now, Cecil, you lived in New York your whole life, correct or no?
Yes.
Okay, do you remember, was it 1987 when they had Spider-Man and Mary Jane at a Mets game and all that shit?
Yes. I was very little, but I remember it.
I wasn't even born, but I remember seeing pictures thinking, that's a cool publicity stunt that they would never do for comic books today.
No. I remember, yeah, they did the wedding at Shea Stadium.
Now, are you in the pro or anti-married Peter Parker camp?
No, they should be together.
Okay, so you and I are in the same.
Well,
I like Mary Jane.
Yeah, they definitely should be together. The whole point was they were like, oh, we want to break them up so then Peter can like date and be a player and have a lot more romance. So they broke them up, and then they never did anything. He never had any romances. He wasn't like. It made no sense. That was the whole like their thinking was, well, he's tied down in a marriage, but like it cuts down. Like Peter Parker's personal life is a big part of Spider-Man. So maybe him dating and doing a lot more things with that, we could open that up if their marriage is over. And then for the last 10 years, they did nothing with that.
Yeah, in the beginning, I was cool with One More Day. Brand New Day was all right in the beginning. But you remember the whole jackpot story? Like, is it Mary Jane? Is it not Mary Jane? That story went nowhere. And then Mary Jane was dating that famous actor who ended up getting like attacked by that flat girl. Like it got dumber as time went on, yet I still stuck with it. And once we got to that Spider-Verse shit, I just couldn't do it, man. I hate multiple versions of the same character in Marvel.
Yeah, Spider-Man was my favorite character, growing up, and it's just I really fell off in the last 10 years. I fell off like just don't care. I can draw Spider-Man with my eyes closed. That's how many times I've drawn the character. Like I just used to love Spider-Man.
They used to make fun of me in grade school because they're like, oh, Spider-Man. I'm like, yeah, I like to draw and all this shit. And I'm like, now look at me. Launched a successful campaign, got more coming up, all because I like to draw Spider-Man. So
well, Jeff, I not to brag, but I can draw Spider-Man with my eyes closed. It won't look like Spider-Man, but I can.
Yeah. I was gonna say, if I try it, it's gonna look equally as shitty as Cecil's, but we'll call it Spider-Man. It'll be
I used to practice drawing with my eyes closed. Like I would just try to keep where my hand was and try to figure it out. I used to do those exercises quite a bit.
And you did the webbing too?
Yeah, I would try. I'm not saying it would turn out the greatest, but I've pretty much drawn the character so much. Like when I look at certain artists, I'm like, wait, they didn't get the back of the suit right, or this or that. And people are like, well, it's an artistic interpretation, but at the same time, it's an established character. Kind of always should look the same. So
I like to close my eyes and play that "Where's My Hand Going" game too.
I thought you like to close your eyes and play "Who's in My Mouth."
Depends on what kind of party.
My New Year's party is going to be like that this year.
There you go.
I'm looking for those.
I've been sitting on my left hand for the last half hour because I'm going to play Who's the Stranger.
There you go. That's a fun game to play.
Yeah. I learned about it from Chappelle's Show.
I learned about it from the In-Betweeners.
David Hervey says, is Lucas still getting paid a percentage from Star Wars? I don't know. Probably not, but maybe. What do you know anything about that, Cecil?
If Lucas is still getting paid?
Yeah.
He probably is getting a point or something. He probably got paid up front and he's still getting something. They were dying for that franchise. They probably gave him a sweetheart deal.
And
but
now
he has so much money. He has so much money at this point. He's got so many billions that he'd probably rather watch it fail without him than get those points.
Well, let's look at something to close out the year with something fun from Star Wars. So have you guys ever heard about the Star Wars Christmas cards?
No.
Like the official ones that Lucasfilm would send out?
No.
Mm-mm.
So, yeah, they're a thing. They're beautifully illustrated. Usually Ralph McQuarrie designs them. So let's check them out. Look on your screen out there, folks. It says 10 things you didn't know about the Star Wars Christmas cards. It was recorded, this is the album. I got the wrong thing. There's one about the Christmas cards I was trying to show you guys. Shit, where'd it go? I found it on my phone. I can't believe I'm on the official Star Wars website. Ew, there's Ray.
Ew.
Shouldn't they be Life Day cards? Because Christ was not really a big player in their galaxy.
That's right.
I guess no. Let's see.
They're all Spagans.
Let's see. Can you search on their website? Let's see. Star Wars holiday cards. Oh, how because I pulled up the thing on my phone and it's from 2017. Let's see what we got. Holiday gaming deals, holiday advice, Star Wars holiday special.
You know what I was also thinking? Vader, when they were like, "Oh, he redeemed himself at the end," you know, and I'm like, "No, he didn't." I mean, he blew up an entire planet with billions of people, and then at the last moment before he dies, he saves his own son. Like that's not even a stranger that he saved. He saved his own kid. And it's like that doesn't make up for the billion people you killed.
To be fair, that was Tarkin that did that order.
Yeah,
Vader
he was
just
holding
didn't
Vader's
object.
leash.
Yeah.
Now, to play counterpoint to that, I think it was because he killed the Emperor and brought balance back to the Force, thus wiping out the dark side, is why people say he redeemed himself.
He only killed the Emperor because he was killing his son.
That's true.
Oh no, I get your point of view.
Yeah.
I think that's where people come from.
He's still rotten hell for blowing up a planet. No,
Not if they don't have hell in space.
What about you? All right, forget about the planet. Let's put that on Tarkin. What about him chopping up that whole classroom full of kids?
Yeah, that's a hard sell.
Anybody that's been in that situation can they can sympathize with his plight there.
What?
God damn it, Kendo. So, folks, these are the Star Wars Christmas cards. They used to come out officially, like from Lucasfilm. So this one's from 1978, and you can see there's C-3PO and R2-D2. So Cecil, that should be very special to you.
It is.
And then we have the 1978 one for the US. That was the UK one. The UK one is way better. Look at that one. You got a nice holiday background, a better rendered C-3PO and R2-D2.
Tiny Tim over there, little street, little urchins over to the left.
And then for America, we just get a white background. Kind of boring. Kind of plain. And how the hell is C-3PO going to play that violin? His arms don't bend.
It looks like he's got tits.
Oh my god. Now there's also another one for the private Lucasfilm. This is 1979. This is kind of cool.
Look at that short little robe on C-3PO.
Ooh, somebody's getting turned on. I think this is the most famous one, this 1981. I've seen this all over the internet and all over books and stuff like that. So Santa Claus exists in the Star Wars universe, folks.
Well,
here's the
that's
proof.
A good thing, I guess.
The Yoda one, that's very well known as well.
Is Yoda an elf that escaped Earth?
Could be, and he got some weird mutation, and he's an X-Man.
Yeah, and he fathered the Oompa Loompas.
He started the Jedi. Are the Jedis powered by Christmas magic?
They haven't said they're not, so they could be.
Yeah, plausible. It is plausible.
That's canon then.
Yeah.
We got the 1982 one. It's funny, they really rely on the non-human characters on these. Like, I would love a Han Solo Princess Leia Christmas card, but you know, that's just me. But this one's kind of cool. Yeah, it's a Merry Christmas.
Have a Merry Christmas like Han and Leia, and he's just like hammering her.
I mean, that's how I like to celebrate with the woman I love.
Oh,
Lucas, 1980.
This is a big no from me right here.
The Ewoks?
Those filthy little fuckers. They were
I
going
don't like them.
Goddamn oversized gummy bears.
Now, that was the last Lucasfilm Christmas card until 1994 when we brought in the Jawas. That's pretty cool. I just love Ralph McQuarrie's artwork.
They might be Christmas elves too.
Yeah, they're just Ewoks in capes.
Shave the Ewoks.
Yeah. Ooh, teeny. Now, this is the 95 one. This is kind of simplistic but neat. This is from LucasArts. And then we got, oh god, ew, Jar Jar. Let's pass it on. This Padme one's really awesome.
Is she wearing clothes?
Really cool. And then we got Pod Racing one for 2000. That's kind of neat. Okay, this one's awesome right here.
That's a neat trick.
Then we got Ginger clones. That's kind of neat. And then we should get those for Ethan. Jabba the Hutt Snowman.
Yeah.
Ho, ho, ho. And then what do you got? This one's neat too.
And then he's melted at the bottom. I like that.
Yeah, poor warm wishes this holiday season. Poor Jabba. He is no more. Jabba no bother. Jabba no exista.
That's right. Kill him.
This one's fun. I like how they put Princess Leia and Bausch to hang out with the bounty hunters from The Empire Strikes Back.
Nice.
And Bosca's got these little bitty glasses on his nose. And then they went directly to Rebels, which looks cool, but I don't like the characters, but I dig it.
They're doing a Norman Rockwell thing with that one.
Yeah, Saturday Evening Post. Or, well, he did those covers. And then we got the droids from the new era.
Those aren't the droids you're looking for.
K2SO is pretty damn cool.
Yeah, he is all right.
And then they got Kylo and Rey. Ugh.
Yeah.
All the Christmas that exist so far. I think I'm pretty happy with not discussing Kylo or Reylo or whatever that shipping shit they do is.
Are these for sale?
I think these were given out to Lucasfilm employees back in the Dizzle, and that's about it. Let's see. Low-Key 07. Man, this Low-Key 07 is coming in with these hot takes. Little known fact, the Sandy Hook shooter is a Force Ghost now.
Ugh.
Oh my god. Oh. Yes, I guess there definitely is a correlation there.
Went dark.
That got dark.
It did. Merry Christmas, folks. Happy New Year. So
on this happy note.
But I don't want to I'm not trying to make your channel controversial, but you've always contended that the younglings were crisis actors. Is that true?
The younglings, yes, the younglings definitely were.
And you're off the air.
Killing younglings
And demonetized.
Hey, cool. That'd be funny. I could eloquently argue that. That'd be very easy to do. It's like, well, those kids are all still okay. Thank you.
That we know of. They're turning the Yodas gay.
So, Cecil, in closing, is there anything you'd like to say to this audience?
I would love to say thank you, first of all, to the two of you for having me on. And Merry Christmas to everyone.
Let me compose myself real quick.
Kendo?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Great year. Good times. 2019, here we come. Cecil, hit me up if you ever need me to jump on your channel. I'm always
okay.
willing.
I will. We got to do it again. I know we've said that before, and then we never do it.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can DM me through the tweeters if you want. I'll even give you my fucking cell phone number. Not on air though, because
go ahead. I got a pen.
Call me. 555.
5555.
Yeah. Klondike 51234.
So, folks, I think this is for a lot of you. This is going to be it. This is the last one of the year you watch. I will be back Monday, though. It's going to be all Christmas. Yeah, we can talk about Star Wars and do that shit too. It's no big deal. You guys always can. You have the power to dictate Good Morning Pop culture. So I'm going to be finally, and this is the thing I've been waiting for the most. I'm finally going to be opening the stacks of PO box stuff. Cecil, you saw the picture I sent you, right?
Yeah, I'm opening. I have a PO box now.
They're fun.
But I haven't given it out yet. I want to see how yours goes first.
Well,
I've been all right.
Yeah, I've done a video, and it's been cool. So, I mean, I give the people that listen to this channel the benefit of the doubt. Like, everyone's really fucking cool, and I have no problems with a lot of them. So, I'm very fortunate that that's the case. But we'll see what I get from the P.O. box. So, Monday, folks, is the day. 7-ish, 7:45-ish is the time. So our buddy Salvador, I know you'll be working hard over the holidays. Hope you have some fun with us. If you guys are off and up early, getting ready for your Christmas plans, I hope you join us and have some fun. Check out what's in the P.O. box. I'm not going to wear an ugly Christmas sweater because I don't own one, and I don't think I could get one shipped to my house overnight quick enough. So that's not going to happen. What?
So not with that attitude.
Not with that attitude. I mean, I do live right by. I could drive to Amazon and say, hey, can I get an ugly Christmas sweater? And they'll just be like, all right, thanks. But Until next time, folks, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and see you guys on the other side. And as always, folks, be excellent to each other. And in the new year, if you're a patron, if you're somebody that's trying to get up together with a stream with us and all that stuff, we will be contacting you after you contact us. So, hold on. Swinging Cots into the super chat that says, a shirtless Jeff ranting about the midi-chlorians turning the Yodas gay. That's how his super vitamins will prevent it. And how super vitamins will prevent it. Sure. Get Yoda Max Male Vitality or Blue Chew or whatever. Blue Milk Chew. How's that there, Kendo? Blue Milk Chew?
Yeah, that works. You know, they're trying to taint our precious bodily fluids.
Oh my God. I love this. This has been a really great week for Good Morning Pop Culture. Just to think, I almost couldn't get the show working because the damn internet connection was fucking up.
It was a Christmas miracle.
That's right. Santa Cecil came to save the day.
God bless us, everyone.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And you know what? Before you guys go, there's a show called The Fancast, spelled C-A-S-T-E, which is a podcast that used to be about us. Channel Dad Brian Lape hosts it, and I think it goes live tonight. So, Lape, you're in the chat. What time is it? Oh, is it 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock they go live? Give Channel Dad a listen, or go check out a bunch of videos on YouTube when you're done. And I don't know, if I send out a tweet and it gets 100 retweets, I'll do a Spider-Man stream late in the night, and it'll only be late in the night, but we'll have some fun. So I'll see you guys. Thank you, Max Waller, excuse me. 8:30 Eastern Standard Time for the High Council, folks. And yeah, check out the Moistcast too. So guys, until next time, folks, goodbye.
Merry Christmas.
Happy Kwanzaa.